You eat pizza back to front?
Back the front, man. The ass is better than the front. The front.
Wait, have you always eaten ass from the back, or have you always eaten pizza from the back?
Yes, this is the way I like to eat pizza. Ass first. I end up with the ass anyway. He leaves ass, I take it, I eat it. Pizza, if you don't eat from the ass, you don't know what you're missing. You know, you can even do ass, a little bit in the side, a little bit in the front, and then you stop. You go back, ass.
Wait, did you like to eat the ass because that was the only option you had?
But probably, I don't remember, but when you are young, you get whatever you get. Here, I can choose. I choose to eat the ass. I choose.
1 second.
Nobody forced me.
Wait, do you like the ass of the baguette?
I love it. I love it, man. And if you put the right butter, it's butter with olive oil, and you put the spread.
One second. Wait,
Did you ever eat?
Wait, would you rather have a whole baguette or just a bag of ass?
Just bag of ass, and the bag better be big. I'll put it.
Okay, you're done. Okay, we're done. We're done.
I want to talk about ass. It doesn't let me.
You know, men are always underestimating me. They want to say, oh, you got on a skirt, you got on a dress, you wear heels, you ain't no nigga, you ain't no real nigga, you ain't no real nigga, you a bitch, you ain't no real nigga, you a little girl. Nigga, I got a dick just like you do. Fuck is you talking about? Now eat my ass. I pulled up dick hard in the mini skirt. I had to punch him in the eye cause I'm really irked. And I ain't into sending shots unless you send them first. Sometimes you gotta show these niggas what you really worth and how it really hurts. Yeah, my mini skirt in the yellow bird. Why you walk the curb? Got these haters looking shocked watching all they words. I been leading all the sheep, you just in the herd. Can you spell dichotomy? Bet you ain't know that had to be inside of me. Think I'm a bottom but on top. Are you following? Dick long, open up. Bitch, get the swallow. I ain't struggling with shit, bitch. I would hate to have to bust you in your shit, bitch. Look at them getting mad at my fem shit when we know that's the real reason that these niggas is addicted. Yeah, you wanna know who I really am. If it's not a show, if I am a hoe, am I waiting on? Bet he wanna know, said he wanna know. Yeah, you wanna know, yeah, you wanna know who I really am. If it's not a show, if I am a hoe, am I waiting on? He wanna know. No, said no. Mama said keep it to yourself. Daddy said growing up I need a thicker shell. I can't deny it hurt me when these niggas gave me hell. So I started whooping ass, think I need a thicker belt, yeah. And mama hated when I used to switch my hips. Sucks for her, cause now I'm out here sucking dick 5'6". Yeah, I be wearing skirts and shit. Pumps matching purse, yeah, you know I'm comfy. Yeah, you wanna know, yeah, you wanna know who I really am. If it's not a show, if I am a hoe, am I waiting on? Bet he wanna know, said he wanna know. If I am a hoe, am I waiting on? You wanna know, no, say no. All my six senses tingling about this man I lay with. Let's get back to basics, cause how bad bitches, they stay 100s and they stay up on it, lying like he noticed. Wow.
For the team, took a bullet for the dream that we would one day all be free from prejudice, free from sexism, free from bigotry. I die for creativity, I die for freedom to be free. I died and left a legacy. Oh, but baby, I still live through technology. destiny will manifest. Yes, Bubz, and that's it.
And my mic is off. Great. I was trying to hit my shit a few more times before I came on live, but hey y'all, what the fuck going on? How y'all doing? Y'all, we are here with yet another live, another video. Let me cut the music down, so I'm giving you 1 second. 1 second. Hope everybody doing well. We are back with yet another live. Shout out to this whole motherfucking week, girl. Just a whole bunch of good shit has been happening to a nigga this whole motherfucking week thus far. So I'm just grateful. I'm thankful. Beautiful things are happening. I'm looking forward to it. As you can see by my eyes, girl, I'm really motherfucking happy. If you smoke, I'm gonna need you to grab your shit on this one. No shade. Okay? No shade, because I want to continue this conversation. Again, shout out to Say So TV. Shout out to him being the catalyst for a lot of these conversations. Okay? We're gonna definitely get into everything, but anyway, I hope that everybody is having a wonderful Wednesday evening. Hopefully we will not be here too long, because there is another live that I'm trying to catch by 9:45. But if the conversation on this platform gets too good in the video, I'm just gonna have to just catch them when I see them. No shade. But again, shout out to the Objectivist Boss Man. Make sure y'all go over there and support him on his platform. Please make sure to subscribe. Please make sure that you like his shit and just share his shit, please, because he's a dope ass individual. Hold on 1 second, y'all. My nose. Hold on 1 second. Y'all, please forgive me. I did lawn work today, so my nose is kind of a little bit stuffy from all, the pollen and shit outside. So y'all, please forgive me. No shade. And I washed my hair today, so my freeform locks gonna be doing what the fuck they gonna want to do, bitch. We here. Anyway, what's going on, Queen Stevie? Queen Stevie says, "Hi, Bubz, you sexy leprechaun." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I sent a B Slade interview to the chat. I don't know if you've seen it yet. No, I have not seen it yet. Nope. But I will definitely get to it. What's going on? We got King Nery's in the building. What's going on? What's going on, Pam Pam? We got King T for T in the building in this bitch. Okay, shout out to everybody who is going to be in the replay. Shout out to those lurking in the bushes, girl. Shout out to everybody who just going to be here, whether Say So TV respond to this. Again, shout out to him if he does. If he does not, still shout out to him. Shout out to Dear Gay Black Men. That's a new channel that I was not aware of, but now I am aware of. So I'm probably going to be checking out their own content as well. So shout out to Say So TV, just being open and honest in the way that he expresses his stuff, even though, no shade, bruh, from a societal standpoint, we're going to use a certain type of book to help reiterate all that, to bring all that, bring all that information to the forefront so everybody can see what's really going on, as opposed to just our own biases and our own ignorances about certain things. Because I believe on both sides of masculinity and femininity, there is a ignorant aspect to it. And all I'm trying to do is help create the gray area, because there is a gray area. But we're definitely going to get into it. Yes, pimpin', patriarchy, man. The way that you say certain things, it gives the illusion, I'm going to say, of patriarchy. Even though your actions kind of contradict a little about, a little of what you do, as far as what you say. We're gonna find out some information in the light. Y'all, I am high. Please forgive me, girl. Please forgive me, girl. No shade. We're gonna get through this. And I'm a little tired too, but I wanted to get this live done, girl, because I did not want to wait until tomorrow, because I got shit to do. But anyway, yes, patriarchy, because pimping, the way that you explain certain things, and even in some of your actions, not all, but some of your actions, it is from a heteronormative framework. And I get it. We as queer people only have like one fucking thing to base our experiences off of, or to use as a blueprint. Queer people have to find their own way have to find their own way, pimping. That's the real thing. When you love yourself and you are confident within yourself, you're going to find your own way. No shade. Again, I appreciate Say So TV for speaking his piece, because in this day and time, we need real motherfuckers who gonna say what they really feel. Fuck all this fake, politically correct bullshit. Bitch, let's get into it as far as the conversation. You get what I'm saying? But I also want to say this before we go forward. Say So TV, pimping. There is no hateration, toleration in this here dancery at all. I have nothing against you. I don't know you personally to judge your character. Okay, I can only go off of what you share, and that's it. I believe that you are a good person, and if you were not a good person, you would not be in the relationship that you're in now. Your life would not be showing up in the way that it's showing up now. But at the same time, even though you have healed from certain things and you do love yourself, and I love to see my black gay brothers love themselves, just like how everybody don't know everything, you don't know everything. So there are some aspects that I do believe that you are not understanding from the other perspective, the other side. That's why I shared that individual as far as the music video in the beginning, because it's individuals like that who are walking in their truth, and they're manifesting men in their life who are going to love them, honor them, cherish them. But because this is a patriarchal system, it has a very negative viewpoint and perspective of femininity, especially in men. And as we continue forward in this live with the book that I'm going to read to you guys, this shit has trickled it down into the black community, especially the black gay community. And it's fucking all of us up. It is. Which is why I think we need to continue to have these conversations. And I'm gonna do my part. I am different. I am unique. I'm going to walk in my full truth. Everybody's not going to understand it, but that's okay. It's not for everybody to understand. I'm fucking with the people who do. And I'm going to have conversations and critique other people who I believe has the wherewithal and the ability and awareness to be able to have these greater conversations. Not just the surface level shit that we keep responding to. Of course, every day there's going to be a new video, a new something going on that we're going to be talking about in the queer community. But until we get to the root issue of this shit, we're going to continue to deal with the symptoms, and dealing with the symptoms are not good enough. No shade. And Say So, you are an individual that does have a platform, and I do appreciate what you do share, because you do share some nuggets of wisdom. And I'm glad that there are queer people in the community who can do that. But there's always room for improvement. And again, if you're trying to reach or trying to understand the other side, you're going to have to actively listen to what the other side is saying. And I get it. It can be triggered, because as we're going to see during this live, I was listening to it while I was doing yard work earlier. At the beginning, you're going to be on defense, pimp, and you're going to be like, oh man, these niggas haters, whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. And by the end, you're apologizing because you called somebody some sort of ogre Shrek face looking motherfucker or something, girl. Just straight old beastly motherfucking fucking Lord of the Rings ass gremlin looking motherfuckers, girl. So obviously, there's some growth there. There's some awareness there. And I kind of want to touch on that. I don't want to touch on just, again, the symptoms of the shit. Let's get to the roots of it, okay? But before we get into the root, and I should have had this shit pulled the fuck up. Damn, I always be fucking up on this part. Y'all give me 1 second, please. Shit. My bad, y'all. I had to drink some water, girl. I got cotton mouth a little bit with this damn good shit I'm smoking on. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit, educational, or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. All the videos, songs, and images, graphics used in this live belong to their respective owners, and BubzDaGawd does not claim any rights over them. So with that, the fuck being said, let's get into the video. All right. Let's look at the comments real quick before we get all the way in. Queen Stevie says the pollen. This pollen in the worst is the worst in Georgia and South Carolina, and pollen count is so low. Boss man is on tonight at 9:45. Exactly. That's why I'm trying to get this shit done hopefully before then. If not, I'll just be a little bit late. Your locks are cute. Thank you. I need to still get these motherfuckers together a little bit, but I'm doing what I can. And yes, Dr. Justin was absolutely the truth. Make sure y'all check out Queen Stevie, Style by Stevie. She has a platform as well. She interviews people every motherfucking day. She has a goal that she is trying to reach. And again, congratulations. I'm congratulating you in advance, because I know as you continue to go forth this year, you're going to get all those motherfucking interviews. Okay? We got King Deshaun in the building. What is going on? Bub's all sweaty from doing yard work. Remember, we caught him with his shirt off. I took a shower. That's why it took me a little longer. There's no shade. I had to. Hell no. Man scent is okay, but not. Bitch, after doing lawn work and shit, you better get your ass in the shower, nasty motherfucker. Can you do a conversation on masculinity with my guy FD? He's the guy with the dreads. He's pretty cool. I watch him. You gotta send me his video, because I don't know who FD is. Okay, y'all. Not y'all talking about me and my shirt off. Girl, we trying to do the Lord's work, and here he is trying to rub me. Let me rub you down. Girl. And I'm low-key thinking about doing an OnlyFans. No shade, but it's not gonna be videos. It's gonna be for my dirty not story time, but dirty stories. Again, there's a Reddit post that I save video stories from, and it's people talking about their nastiest, freakiest ass gay experience. It's very explicit, and I tried to upload that bitch to YouTube on one of these other channels, and they struck my shit twice. So maybe I'm gonna do an OnlyFans, and maybe for like a month I'll make it free, and then after that, baby, y'all gonna have to pay, because no shade. If I'm gonna be talking nasty bitch doing shit that I normally don't do, girl, you gonna have to incite a nigga, girl, with that coinage. Okay? Hold on. Cool, Lord, y'all gonna have to bear with me, y'all, because again, my allergies and my nose and shit is fucking with me. So I might mute a lot and shit. Please bear with me. Please bear with me. And I got cotton mouth a little bit. Damn. But hopefully we ain't gonna be too damn long. Now, again, shout out to Say So TV, and shout out to another subscriber, a supporter of mine sent me this video and asked me to watch it. And I told him that I was going to watch it yesterday, but I got caught up with some other shit, so I was like, fuck it, I'm going to listen to it as I do yard work. And when I did, I was like, okay, I feel like this is a great springboard again for a bigger conversation. I do believe that dear gay black men were using Say So's TV again, like how I was using it, as a springboard for greater conversations. And unfortunately, I think that dear gay black men probably did not take the time out to be like, hey, look, Say So TV, I'm not talking about you personally as an individual, because again, I don't know you like that to make that sort of judgment. I can only speak about what you share and what you say. But I think because they did not do that, Say So TV kind of took offense to it and was like, well, fuck it, well, you know, I'm gonna get on my shit too. No shade, and I get it. Say So probably gets a lot of real hate his way, but not everybody who is throwing critiques out your way is trying to hate on you, okay? And I'm just speaking for me. I have nothing to hate for. I mean, God's source universe consciousness is working in my life and getting ready to take me to a higher level, which I'm preparing myself for. So whatever it is that anybody has, I can manifest that because I'm a human being, which means I have a right to that. And the issue with these conversations is that they try to put people in a box. They try to put masculine and femininity into a box and say you have to operate this way in order for this to be the case, when there is more to just the physical act. There is the spiritual aspect, the emotional aspect that both male and female, man and woman need in order to be a balanced human being. That's the goal, to be a balanced human being, attract another balanced human being, and then when life starts fucking one of y'all up, there are other individuals you can trust to be able to bear the weight that all that has to be, and vice versa. And in some cases, yes, there are some people who have the ability to love more than one person. So yeah, they're going to be able to do that with 3 people or 4 people or 5 people. That's on them, and shout out to them for doing that. But me, just like Say So TV, I believe in monogamy. I just want one person. Getting to know my ass is enough, bitch. It's enough to try to get to know somebody else. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, y'all, let's get into the video. I will be pausing, and I will be reading some excerpts from the book, Blame It on the Dress. What is it called, girl? I always fuck this up. Blame It on the Dress, The Manufacturing of Black Homophobia and Performative Masculinity by J. Charles. You can actually go buy that book on Amazon. The link for it is in the description box below. Anyway, let's get into the video. Come on, pimpin'. Pimpin'.
All right, what's good, y'all? Welcome back to another one of that Say So TV. So now we got dude from Dear Black Gay Men channel. He tagged me in one of his videos. So I got a couple tags while I was absent. So I'm going to go ahead and react to those real quick before I get started on the week. So I just wanted to see what homie was talking about. He basically put me in on a reaction to a video that he has titled as Why Bottoms Cheating is Worse Than Tops Cheating. I did cover this. I know I've gotten a lot of different opinions on this one, so it's interesting to see what other creators say. So, hey, let's go.
You ready? I wake up ready for sex. Sometimes don't even have to brush my teeth. But for bottoms, there's a whole lot of preparation that goes into it. Today, we're asking which is worse, tops cheating or bottoms cheating? This is Dear Black Gay Men in the morning, and the show starts right now.
Nice. He got a dope setup.
What up, no? I am Jay the Gentleman.
And we got the same mic, bro. Yes, sir. All right, let's go.
I got it.
One thing that I will say about Say So that I really appreciate is that at least he's honest in his emotions. Like, again, he goes through the emotions of the video. Again, it's the compliments in the beginning, then there's the defensiveness and the challenge for a little bit, and then towards the end, it's like, I'm sorry, I'm trying to understand. And he shares moments where he tells the truth on himself, to where it's like, okay, a little bit pimping. It's kind of contradicting what you kind of saying and preaching, but then you doing in a sense. But again, Say So is a human being, and he has the right to learn, just like we have the right to learn. And me, I have an open mind to where I'm willing to learn, but I'm also willing to challenge things as well. Iron sharpens iron. So I think we need to get more into that type of mindset when we are looking at commentary of other people who think differently than us, instead of being triggered, you know, or having some sort of low vibrational response. Let's really take some time to think first, and then let's try to handle it or look at it objectively, because that's probably the best bet. If you say that you want to have these conversations, or if you want to bridge the gap in certain type of areas, or to bring greater clarity or understanding. Okay, so again, shout out to Say So. And I don't feel bad, girl, because he just washed his hair and I washed mine. His look better than mine because he got that good hair. And I should even say good hair, girl. See how that's a fucking white supremacist thing I just did right there? I stand accountable for that, because all hair is good hair, no shade. It's just, it's a little bit difficult to manage this type of hair that I have, girl, but it's still good. Anyway, let's continue.
Catch up on the chat. Let's watch the video. I got it.
All right, so it's a hot topic. Is it worse for bottoms to cheat, or is it the same if a bottom or a top cheats? Hey, let's talk about it. All right, let's go. Now, the post that I'm referencing is this one that went viral. We all know So the post says a bottom cheating is 10 times worse than a top cheating. Oh yeah, and bottoms belong in the kitchen too.
Oh, wow.
Here we go.
That invalidated his point.
It starts. So I guess the real question for you is, do you think there's a distinction between a bottom cheating on a top versus a top cheating on a bottom?
Okay, the obvious answer to me is hell no. There's no difference. Cheating is cheating is cheating is cheating.
Okay.
But it just reeks of patriarchy to me because they say the same shit about women. They was like, well, when a man cheat, it's just sexual, but when a woman cheat, it's emotional. Like, do. And I'm just like, shut that stupid shit up.
Okay, let me give you a different angle here, because this is what comes through my head. Is I don't take that much dick in my life, right? So if I cheat, there could be a level of coincidence. I could just slip and fall in some ass. But if a bottom cheats, there is preparation, there is intention, there is expectation that comes out of that, because
there are assumptions. All of that was an assumption.
Okay, I mean, I could be wrong. I don't mind.
You talk about that there was preparation. Like, who knows? He could have just slipped and fell in something too.
But girl, are you sure though?
What you mean? What are you trying to say?
Like, we talk a lot about respecting the process, right? That just means that a bottom has to approach sex with a lot more intention than a top does.
Not always.
How so?
Just had some amazing. When was that? Friday morning. Took me 10 minutes to prepare.
But you had to prepare
10 minutes.
10 minutes, 10 hours.
In Mr. 10 minutes, I bet you ain't got a man and you won't be getting one anyone time soon. All right. Let's continue.
You still had to.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Now let me take a crack at it. What old dude in the red shirt saying, I can somewhat understand. Because again, I've had these conversations with heterosexual men. So again, as we read this book, there's a commonality there, and there's a reason why for that. But again, for an individual who is a bottom, or a individual who is a bottom that cares about the experience. Okay, shout out to YB Entertainment, experience. For the bottom who cares about the experience, they will take the necessary time to make sure that they are prepared for the situation. So yes, there is an intention there when you're doing that, because you intending to get the dick. Now we can go ahead and put that into the same area as a top who cares, is a top who is going to make sure that he takes a motherfucking shower and that he lift them nut sacks up and scrub them down and make sure to get up in that ass and become a bottom for 2-3 minutes to make sure that you have cleaned your ass, so that when it's time for you to get that motherfucking 3,000 girl, or at 5,000, or over level 9,000 for some of you freaky bitches out there, guess the hell what? They won't be smelling fecal matter because you ain't take the time to clean your ass and wipe your ass properly. Do you get what I'm saying? So when you put intention into it, yes, there is something there and it means something to you. But there are also people who are bottoms who are also want to get they nut because they're a man too. They are indoctrinated in this patriarchal system as well. And again, when you break it into the gay community, black gay men, it becomes a lot more convoluted. It becomes a lot more murky in the water. And speaking of the murkiness, let's take a look at chapter 5 of Blame It on the Dress. We're going to read a little bit of this. And again, if this is not your stilo, that's okay. That's cool. But for the people who want to learn and who want to better themselves, shout out to y'all, because those are the people I really care about. But anyway, chapter 5. The man is the prize, the mythology of straight male superiority. Okay? Masculinity, the gold standard of validation. Okay? In the black community, the narrative that positions men, specifically heterosexual black men, as the ultimate prize is so deeply embedded that it often goes unchallenged. From childhood, we are fed the same story. Men are providers, protectors, and leaders, the ones to pursue, to impress, to center. The messaging is clear. A black man with resources, ambition, and masculinity is the rarest gem, the pinnacle of success for both women and, whether acknowledged or not, other men. This belief system is not just about relationships. It shapes power dynamics, social hierarchies, and even the way we perceive our own worth. But there's a contradiction at the heart of this prize mentality, because you're going to hear this word prize being used in the video. If masculine men are the prize, and we're not talking about all masculine men, because there are some masculine men, both hetero and queer, bi, whatever the case may be, who show up and do what needs to be done in a relationship to where the relationship feels balanced naturally with the mental, emotional, and the love aspect of it. But for a lot of people at large, outside of whatever good relationship you may have, we're talking about outside with everybody else that they got to deal with the bullshit, girl. Outside of that, if masculine men are the prize, then why do so many black women and black gay men, the most conditioned to chase this prize? And if you want to delve into that little part deeper, make sure that you buy this book, okay? The most conditioned to chase this prize, black women and black gay men, they end up feeling devalued, disrespected, and discarded. Why does the supposed prize offer so little fulfillment, safety, or genuine partnership? The answer lies in the mythology itself. The prize isn't about men being inherently more valuable. It's about power, control, and validation. It's about a community conditioned to worship masculinity while devaluing femininity. The feminine aspect is being told, or those who play the feminine role, or society says you have to play the feminine role, or even the labeling of being a receiver being the feminine part of it, that they're the ones that have to be pure, whole, innocent. They should have low bodies. They should be as perfect as possible. Because then when men, through the masculine patriarchal standpoint or viewpoint or conditioning of it, it validates them. It makes them feel powerful. It makes them feel they're in control. And it's not in a way to where they control their divine masculinity that allows the divine femininity to be and to complement it, while it complements the masculine aspect as well. But it teaches us to worship masculinity while devaluing femininity. When a community devalues women while glorifying men, it creates an inevitable consequence. Boys internalize the belief that masculinity is the highest form of value, attraction, admiration, and even love becomes less about connection and more about achieving proximity to power. This conditioning doesn't just shape heterosexual relationships, no. It profoundly impacts how black gay boys and men see themselves and each other. If men are the prize, what does that mean for boys who are taught to desire men? How does that shape their understanding of love, sex, and self-worth? The prize mentality is more than just a social script. It's an indoctrination, and like all indoctrinations, it thrives on hierarchy, exclusion, and unspoken contradictions. This chapter will unpack how the mythology of straight male superiority distorts relationships, fuels competition, and leaves both black women and black gay men chasing validation from men who were never taught to value them in return. And we're not going to read the entire chapter. We're going to bounce around a little bit in the chapter because I kind of want to pique y'all curiosity for y'all to buy this damn book. Okay, this book is dope. I just finished reading this book, I want to say a day or so ago. And yeah, I'm going to do my damn thing when it comes down to my actual review of some of the chapters. But if y'all really want to get off into this, I ain't talking about just talking about the shit online for clicks and views. But if you really care about the community, I want you to buy this book, please. The book is dope. The historical construct of the prize mentality. Okay, this talks about how this was created. Okay, to understand how the man is the prize narrative took root, we have to look at history. Okay, specifically how black masculinity was forged under systemic oppression. During slavery, black men were stripped of autonomy, power, and dignity. Their bodies were commodified, their families torn apart, and their humanity denied. In response, survival demanded a redefinition of manhood, one rooted in resilience, strength, and defiance. Post-slavery, this need to assert value continued, with black masculinity becoming a symbol of resistance against dehumanization. Okay? Again, post-slavery, this need to assert the value continued, with black masculinity becoming a symbol of resistance against being dehumanized. Okay? That's very important. I want us to remember that. This is a survival type of mentality, not a living and thriving, but surviving. Okay. The civil rights and black power movements further solidified this image. Black men were positioned as leaders, protectors, and symbols of progress. But this framing came with a cost. It sidelined black women and erased queer voices. Leadership was framed as inherently male, and masculinity became synonymous with strength, stoicism, and dominance. Femininity was seen as weakness, and emotional expression became a fucking liability. This historical burden of proving worth meant that black men were not just fighting racism, they were also fighting to reclaim a manhood that white supremacy has systemically denied. But instead of creating an inclusive vision, okay, that word everybody hates, inclusion, being inclusive, vision of empowerment, the response often mirrored the very hierarchies it sought to dismantle. Masculinity became a prize to be earned, defended, and worshipped, not just by women, but by the community at large. And this is the last fucking paragraph. Real shout out to the ones that are still here, because those are the ones who really want to learn and want to better themselves. Not everybody gonna fucking make it, girl, but for the ones that do, how you doing? For black gay boys and men, this historical construction, okay, created a profound contradiction. On one hand, we were told that men, black men, were the pinnacle of value. On the other hand, our desire for men was treated as deviant, unnatural, and shameful. We're talking about black gay men desiring other black gay men. We were conditioned to see men as the prize, but punished for wanting them. This contradiction didn't just create external stigma, it fueled internalized shame, fractured identities, and an endless cycle of seeking validation from men who had been taught to withhold it. So with that being said, I kind of wanted to read that before we get into the video, so that we can kind of clock some of that ideology. And again, say so, this is not an attack against you as a person. Again, I don't know you as a person, and I'm going to assume you're a dope ass person, because if you weren't, you wouldn't have the relationship and the things popping off in your life the way that they are popping off. Okay? But some of your talking points, some of the things you get on YouTube and you share with the people, since it's on a public platform, you're going to have other people who are going to come through who are going to critique or challenge that thought, not to try to be like, yeah, I shut him up, or girl, he over here dumb and stupid. That's not the type of shit I'm on. If anything, it's for me to also learn to better my damn self. Because the more information that you able to inquire about and then maintain, the smarter you can start working in life. And no shade, I'm trying to be on my smarter shit. So again, shout out to him. This is just critiquing your thoughts. That's it, pimp. No shade.
Prepare.
I'm sorry I had to go there, but I'm gonna go ahead and just take the gloves off on this one. I like straight up because yeah, y'all need to hear it. So hey, let's go.
The top don't gotta do any of that.
I mean, I didn't really do nothing, but
Slipping and falling into Ask Jay, watch your step. let's keep going. I think this video might end up being short.
hold on. Cortez says, but what if you stay dushed and dangerous?
Those are the best and also the most threatening people in our culture. Cause when I tell you, cause there is nothing more powerful than a man who takes dick that got clear water. There is nothing more powerful than that. Like that is super. I would take that over Superman, over Batman, over Iron Man. Like a man who is dushed. Oh my God.
Yes. Cooling water from grandma's well. Okay, no shade. If you dushed and dangerous, girl, that's some shit you do for your nigga, bitch. You stay dushed and dangerous, girl. When you on your motherfucking Beyonce Destiny Child cater to you, bitch. That's when you on that shit, girl. That's when the nigga putting it down so good, girl, that you don't want to miss out on any of God's blessings, girl. So you sit up there and put down sacrifice, girl, to make sure that your shit is good. And no shade, we love us some clear water, girl. We love clear water, boo. Clear water is the goal. Now, there are some nasty cavemen ass niggas who don't care if it's clear, tan, beige, or brown, girl. May the universe bless them, girl. I'm glad they doing it so that I don't have to. But, girl, when we clear like Aquafina, when we clear like Fuji, when we're clear like Crystal, okay? When we're fucking clean, clear, and out of control, girl. Clean, clear, and out of whatever the fuck the shit is, girl, from the fucking shit. You know what I'm talking about? That's a great thing, girl. But if you just being douche and dangerous because you just want dick, girl, I mean, you can do that because, again, I guess that's your life and your whole, and do what you will with it. You know? Because no shade. That ain't got nothing to do with me. But be dushed and dangerous for niggas who deserve it. Okay, if you're gonna be dushed and dangerous, throw another D, bitch. You deserve this. Don't be dushed and dangerous for nobody's husband, nobody's boyfriend, nobody's baby motherfucking daddy, bitch. There are plenty of single men out here that are worthy for you to be dushed and dangerous for, girl. Okay, that will give you their debit card. Okay, shut the hell up. Sorry.
Somebody else says, boy, no, it's worse than. It's both when they both cheat. It's worse when they both cheating, which don't mean nothing. Another comment, cheating is cheating, but I do feel like spending that time to clean out to cheat is crazier.
Bullshit.
That's been one of the biggest debates.
I just want to. Yes, I want to go back. I want to rewind the video to see something where it says he was using all the wrong grammar, and I was laughing because Money Long tweeted this weekend, "You shouldn't take advice from people with bad grammar."
Yeah, I mean, I absolutely agree. Like
Loser, Revenge of the Rejects, same vibe. Y'all are like the majority in the community, so y'all are very common. And it's like you can predict everything y'all gonna say. Every single time y'all get triggered or y'all hear something that y'all don't want to hear, y'all go straight in attack mode, trying to call out, what a person look like, what their grammar is, how they spelled the sentence in the comment. Like, knowing damn well you may have known what they said, they could have just been typing quick and had an error, and you over here thinking that they got bad grammar because you're reaching to be a disagreement. You're just reaching to be against somebody no matter what they say, so you just want to debunk them, try to belittle them in any kind of way because you feel belittled. It's always there. It always starts there. And I want y'all to know that with a real dude like me, I see straight through it. And that's another reason why y'all can't stand me, because I keep it G. I understand where y'all coming from, but I still know that it's not true. So yeah, let's continue.
Girl, I low-key am about to motherfucking do this live. Girl, I was talking this whole time, bitch, just realized it was mute. You know what? Bitch, fuck this. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm such a perfectionist, girl. I'm about to do this shit all the fuck over again, girl. Girl, I was mute for I don't know how long. I ain't about to go back and do all that shit. Girl, I was sitting there talking. I gotta go back and say everything I just said again, girl. Girl, I don't even want to do all that. Oh my God. No, the perfectionist in me make me want to motherfucking do this shit all over again. And bitch, I have no problem doing that. Girl, I'm like Goku, bitch. We would do this shit until it's right. Girl. Oh, girl. And this ain't, the thing is, this ain't the first time this shit done happened to me. Girl, I just be in the zone, girl, and I just be in my own little thing just flowing, girl, and then I look at the shit and be like, what? Yes. I just be trying not to lose my damn thoughts sometimes, girl, because I be doing that too. I don't know, this is training mode. But that's okay. This all come with it, girl. That's how we know it's real. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'm glad I have my other phone here, because I would have been talking and talking and talking. All right, then. Thank you. All right, peace. Let me tell you something. And no shade, girl. We all gonna make mistakes. That's why I was giving Say So TV his motherfucking props, girl, by saying that what he was saying is that even though y'all sitting here talking about my vernacular and how I'm saying all type of shit, girl, that does not mean that I can't clock y'all tea either. And who knows, I might be able to reach a demographic of other people that y'all not, because he gonna say out his damn mouth that, girl, he got more subscribers than you. He gonna pop his shit. He gonna pop his collar, just like I was popping my shit with the mute button off and was talking with all type of sincerity in my damn voice. Girl, he did the same exact thing. Okay? And again, like I said, look at his eyes, girl. That's how my eyes look right now, girl. That's how high I'm about to be, bitch. Okay, I'm gonna make all type of mistakes and watch God take my mistakes and transform it. Because a part of me was like, girl, I would do this shit all over again and be better than before. I don't give a damn. Because sometimes that's the type of perfectionist that I am. It may be unnecessary, girl. But late in the midnight hour, girl, it might be a superpower. So I don't damn know. But we gonna make this shit work. I'm gonna definitely be late to this live. And I know that Say So TV, if he responds to this shit, he gonna be mad as hell at me, nigga. Damn, I gotta do 14 reaction parts to this nigga because he talks so damn much. And do. And guess what? All of it is going to be entertaining and give you education at the same time and show you how human I am, girl. Okay? It's not how you start, it's how you finish, bitch. But I was going to stop this shit, finish this, and start all over again, girl. Sometimes you got to lose to win again. And Deshaun always talking about some freaky shit. I thought he was saying freak you through the screen like, oh my. See, girl. Every freaking night and every freaking day. Or on Deshaun's channel, for those of y'all who understand, y'all know what that means. But yes, what I was saying is that at the end of the day, whether you're a top, verse, or bottom, cheating is cheating. Now, yes, they have this whole hierarchy type of standpoint, patriarchal standpoint, where it's like men can go out and cheat. And even in the gay community, we can go out the top and go out and cheat because, girl, you can't tell that we got some on our dicks unless we have a STI, but you can tell that you know how to use your dick if you've been out here putting in work and practicing to wind your waist in a certain type of way. But because for bottoms, they are the ones taking the dick, so you can tell by how motherfucking tight or loose they are, that's where their core value is. Because what I've heard all across the spectrum, from hetero to motherfucking homo, girl, that for those individuals who do believe and walk in the patriarchal societal standpoint, that the most important thing in a relationship above all else, this is number one and everything else just falls afterward, girl. This is the kingdom of heaven and all these other things just happen, girl. First thing is that busting a nut is very important for men. And if you fucking somebody who got some tight booty, baby, it will make you do shit that what you won't do for love, bitch. Okay? But if that is the only supreme value when it comes to a relationship, that relationship is already gonna be rocky. Because who's to say a bitch that got tight motherfucking shit? What if this bitch an assassin bitch? What if this bitch is out here on some manipulative shit, girl, and know how to whine on you, bitch, and make your eyes roll back and your toes curl, girl, and scam the shit out of you? But the thing is, we honor so much, especially in the queer community, more of the physical, as opposed to there being a balance with the mental, emotional, and spiritual aspect that help make this situation whole outside the realm of sex. Sex can be a beautiful thing, a wonderful thing, a healing and transformative thing. But if you don't know how to wield that energy properly, you will fuck not only yourself up, but other people in the process, which is why we have all these people out here who are very physically attractive and all this other type of stuff, many values and wondrous things about them and their personality and the gifts that they have, and none of that shit is being honored because of how you look. That's the only way to get in the door. And then you have individuals who are physically attractive, who have the views, who have the likes, who have the followers, who have the emojis of all the hearts and stuff, having all these people giving them all this praise, girl. Meanwhile, they are miserable because now people want them for their body and not who they are. They devalue that who you are part. And in the words of the great Alexis K. Tyler, okay, shout out to her, your name is Pam. You live. Your name is Pam. Pussy, asshole, mouth. That's you, Pam. Pam, I am. Here comes Sam with green eggs and ham. Okay? He like what your pussy do, but he don't like you. He like how you ride that head and bust nuts out that shit until it's good and dead, girl. But he don't like you. He likes what you do as far as that release. He looks at you or sees you as a energy or receptacle to release into. That's also an energetic aspect. So we can also put the responsibility, if we want to, on the top spiritually, because they're the ones that are depositing. Or as Boss Man said, and this is what he said, females don't have life in them until a man puts life into them, because they are the carriers of life. But what happens when you put life into life? Yes, life is not being born out of that area, girl, but it's being absorbed in that area. So life going somewhere. And from an energetic standpoint, girl, you done bust open somebody's first root chakra. Oh, my nigga. And come to find out, shout out to some other people that I talked to, girl. If you hit that prostate just right, girl, you can rewire somebody's brain, girl, and get them a damn split personality in this bitch. That's why you got to be careful, girl. Because I'm walking around with my shit curving to the left, girl. So I got to be careful, bitch. That's why you just can't give it to everybody. Deshaun said, walk with the ancestors. Mention T.S. Madison. Not you mentioning my reverse music. Hell, y'all. I said, hell, y'all. Hell, yeah. I'm looking at LOL. Hell, y'all. It's a hobby, guys. I just do it just because it's something to do. Bro, it's okay. Show your stuff, girl. It be hidden messages and all type of shit, girl. You might hear some shit, girl, that might say Powerball numbers for goddamn 2025, girl. And write it down. You don't know. Queen Spicy said, players fuck up sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Day. It's not just your booty. It's your beauty. Okay? Let me see. Don't forget to make sure y'all hit that like button, please. Okay, make sure y'all hit subscribe. Make sure y'all share. Make sure y'all comment. And if you feel compelled, definitely hit that Cash App, $ BubzDaGawd. One thing you're going to always get on BubzDaGawd is entertaining, girl. Whether I'm stuttering, whether I'm on mute, talking, giving my life, girl, to me, myself, and I, girl, I had to hear it for me before I can give it to y'all, girl. You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure it was good with the universe, girl. Shout out to CTV calling a nigga, girl. I'm just saying. But let me shut the hell up, girl, and let him talk.
Since you like, I don't think you should take advice from people with bad grammar. I don't think you should recommend podcasts that have bad audio. Yes. I don't, like, all the things. Ogun says, preparation or not, there is no accidental slipping into cheating.
Amen.
You're all losers.
Oh, shit.
Bro, you think I haven't seen you trying to copy me too? And on top of that, I could really go in, but, you know, I'm going to chill out. At the end of the day, my content speaks more volumes than yours. The views and everything. So, what you talking about? Don't recommend channels that your channel's under mine. Let's understand that.
Oh, wow.
Amen.
Okay, so bigger question. How do you
with all the fancy stuff and all the shit that you got set up, you still lower than me in numbers. I gave you your props because it is dope. I'm gonna give you that. Like, your setup is fire, and I'm gonna get on my level with that energy here soon too. But for me to have been doing this from my phone for 2 years, I just started within the last 6 months doing it actually on a computer from my laptop, everything, and I gotten over 20K. Like, that's pretty good, as opposed to you done put all this money in it already. You got somebody, you got a co-host and everything, and you still ain't pulling them numbers, bro. Calm down. Real talk.
And no shade. There are plenty of people who have had less than what he had, who are now multimillionaires and have the latest state-of-the-art equipment to use to stream or make music or whatever the case may be. Just shout out to Say So TV saying that, bitch, all I need is just a camera, some editing shit, and make the shit work, which is why he is where he is now. So again, shout out to him getting it from the ground up. So, you know, now in some instances, girl, if your ass just on fucking social media and you just talking ignorant and you don't even know what the hell you talking about, bitch, girl, then that's the problem and that's the issue. Okay, but if it's somebody who still can find ways to convey what they believe and how they feel, because Say So TV can explain himself, which is what I'm grateful for, despite whatever his vernacular is. I'd rather have conversations with people like that than people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Like some people on certain platforms, girl, who do have the vernacular, girl, and just be ignorant and fear-based as fuck. And shout out to the Black Anarchist Podcast in the building. Shout out to you, sir. Make sure y'all buy that book, okay? Blame It on the Dress, The Manufacturing of Black Homophobia and Performative Masculinity. And I'm excited because I'm about to do a theatrical review of some of the chapters. I'm not going to be reading the entire chapters out of respect, but there are going to be some excerpts that I'm going to read verbatim from the book just so that people's curiosity can be enticed, okay? So that they can purchase the book. And again, shout out to you. Having your book sold. So over here on BubzDaGawd, we celebrate and support everybody. So again, shout out to you. And I'm definitely about to utilize your motherfucking book as far as education is concerned, okay? I'm about to do my scholastic shit. So I thank you so much for that. And I hope that you stick around for the rest of the live. And no shade, I don't know who the hell you was dragging in your last live, but whoever that was, I don't want to be them. And no shade, we are grateful for your support. And what did he say? Why does it always have to be a competition? Exactly. And I just read again from chapter 5 how the system put that in place for the masculine and feminine and their viewpoint of it to be a competitive thing as opposed to being a complementary thing. And there are some things that Say So TV that people have interpreted to believe that is patriarchal, and in some instances I can understand, but again, I like to be more objective and to go deeper into it. That's just me. I'm just growing in my awareness, girl, in my BubzDaGawd way. And you are cool with it. Awesome. Thank you. That's all I needed from you. Thank you. Thank you. Anyway, let's continue.
Fine cheating.
Whatever you define the cheating as.
How do you define it though?
I'm not in a relationship.
Okay.
Cheating is
Humor
a
me.
definition between two people. So some people's definition of cheating could be having sex with somebody more than once. Like they're like, I'm okay if you hook up, but I don't want you having no roster, whatever, right?
Okay.
Some people.
So that's a level of open relation. Y'all let me know in the comments. How do you define cheating? Is it really just dicks and asses, or is it more than that? Because I'm really curious. Because I define cheating. You ready for this?
Okay.
I define cheating.
I actually know how you define cheating.
Because I've talked about it on the show. Mm-hmm. But I define cheating as giving anything that I reserve for my man to somebody else. That could be anything. That could be time, effort, attention, money, food, sex. Sophie, would you consider emotional cheating worse than sex? Living Life says, I used to be a sub of Say So TV, but felt that... Can you put that comment up? I can't read the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be a sub of Say So TV, but I felt that thought he did
hit some points.
On some points. It felt like his perspective came from a place of patriarchy and hypermasculinity. Okay. Mm-hmm. Do you feel the same thing about me? I mean, you're subbed here. So, I mean, I'm hoping you're subbed here. Make sure you subscribe. I don't have that button. Chaotic says, if we open, but there are ways.
Losers. All these like feminine dudes be trying to come through, copy my rhetoric, my content, my topics.
I copy your rhetoric.
Topics to try to steal my audience. Y'all think y'all slick. I see y'all. All right. But guess what? There's nothing better than the original. So continue to do what you do. We all, doing it for, I thought it was a good purpose on other ends, but because I've been like one of the first ones to do it, I feel like the ones who came up after me, especially the feminine ones, I feel like y'all created yourselves out of being an opposition to me. Like, you know how there's a Beyonce, there's a Rihanna to the Beyonce, Cardi B to the Nicki. I feel like y'all up here trying to be like my op, get my viewers, and y'all know that they're gonna relate to y'all more because y'all are the majority. Y'all are the bottoms that are unattractive conventionally and everything, and that's the reason why they, a lot of people gonna gravitate towards y'all. So y'all know what y'all did, but I just had to call that out since y'all want to go there. You feel me? Straight up.
Thank you.
Now, he was talking to y'all. I'm just playing. Yes, there are some individuals who are going to use your content in malicious ways. If you are a social media influencer or content creator, there are some people who are going to try to get views and grift off of your name, and they're really doing all this for some sort of game that is very narcissistic, as opposed to like actually trying to have conversations where there can be some healing. Some people believe that there is no profit in healing. Why heal you when I can just keep your ass sick, independent? I'll get your money, not realizing that, bitch, if you was to heal motherfuckers, girl, niggas would just naturally, organically just want to give, girl, because the love is there. But girl, this is just like, wow. This is wow. Wow. And I can understand. Again, I can understand. With these conversations, there's going to be a lot of projecting that is going to happen. And again, we can only speak from our own experiences, but we're not really taking the time to come together and learn from them. Because me, I'm an individual that's not trying to grift. Like, I'm just slowly but surely getting to 1K. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to steal nobody's subscribers. Again, people gonna fuck with who they fuck with, girl. And I'm a unique individual, girl. So I just want the people who gonna fuck with me to, like, fuck with me. I don't need everybody to fuck with me. Do you get what I'm saying? But, mean, these individuals are obviously not losers, because if they were quote unquote losers, they wouldn't have 13,000 subscribers. And even though they're underneath you, Say So TV, they're also able to, as you said, be able to reach a greater audience that in some cases you kind of struggle to connect with, which is why I think it's dope to be able to have conversations with other people so you can learn from them, so that you can be able to tap into other audiences and to be able to spread more awareness. Because again, Say So does have some points that I do agree with, but when it comes down to his viewpoint on femininity and just the way that he critiques at least that side of the queer community, it is not in a loving, affirming way. And I'm not saying loving, affirming to where you have to be politically correct, but loving, affirming as far as having more commentary, trying to get men who are quote unquote tops together, like balance out the conversation. I know you'll throw it out every once in a while just to satiate them, but if a lot of people who are watching you happen to kind of disagree with you on that perspective of femininity, then I think it would be wise to have more content to be able to hold tops accountable, so that when they experience the top nigga who on some bullshit, they can send him your link to your channel to be able to obviously help him to become a better quality top tier top, so that he can start having these beautiful monogamous relationships with other queer men, as opposed to everybody just fucking to feel something or to feel nothing. Do you get what I'm saying? So
DJ said, with me being a person who practices ethical non-monogamy, okay, I think that kind of mirrors what I say to a degree, because would not willingly participate in monogamy, because that's just not for me. But I do understand that there are a level of agreements that we need to make. Can be clear about our responsibilities and expectations. And so if I promise to you that I will not develop any type of emotional connection with another person, and I go and do that anyway, then I agree. That's absolutely cheating.
Cheats, they gotta, prepare and everything. So if you preparing, talking about my grammar and shit, y'all, I do this every day. Like, I'm not sitting up here getting my hair cut, making sure I have the perfect outfit, having the perfect backdrop every single time I post a video, making sure I have the perfect everything. I have a more real, authentic kind of flow, bro. Everybody doesn't have the same flow. So to try to throw that dig at the grammar and then the audio, that was real funny, bro. That was real funny. You're a hater. Cheat, that means you constantly cheating, and it makes it worse. Somebody else said, I low-key feel this. Why you was cleaning out, you had plenty of time to think. Man, I'd have to kind of disagree, boss. To me personally, cheating is cheating. I would never and could never do to others what I don't want done to me. What would be the point of being together if a person gonna cheat? They're gonna do it regardless. Yeah, that ish will have you not wanting to freak no more. Facts. Like, if a bottom cheats,
Okay. I have a feeling that we're not going to be watching this video long, because I can't listen to 20 minutes of him just reading comments. But let me ask you this question, Aaron.
So watch.
When the last time somebody cheated on you?
He was literally just reading comments this whole time, bro. That's
to my knowledge, I've never been cheated on.
Okay, somebody definitely cheated on. We've all been cheated on.
I mean, I just didn't know about it. But also, I haven't really been in relationships like that.
Okay, can you cheat in dating?
No, unless we have an understanding.
But if we have an understanding and we're dating, isn't that a relationship?
Kind of. No, I think there's a difference. Like, if you're dating and we come to understanding, like, hey, I'm not going to date other people, and we're exclusively dating, right? Okay. Then I think that if you say that and then you start dating other people, then that doesn't look well for your character. And
I think that's a big word in our culture, is looking well for your, words like character.
So I feel the dude when he said he doesn't know that he's been cheated on or not, because I have felt like that for a long time. I have found out about something later after the relationship had ended though. But as far as being in it, I've never been witness to catching somebody cheating on me. So I see what he was saying, but then he said he hasn't been in relationships like that. So I don't know, but I'm gonna see if he gets back to my video because I care not to really hear what he got to say anymore. Because
Not they both on the
why
same
are you
page.
reacting to me, but then you're saying this weird shit? And I know that you've been watching me and you've been following me, taking my topics and everything. You've been getting ideas up off of me. You've been taking notes, bro. So this is what I be talking about. Hating, jealous gays. This is what the nigga cannot stand. A lot of people in this community cannot stand y'all. Y'all can't stand each other. And y'all wonder why there's all this division and why it's like this. But y'all feel so victimized, like somebody's always trying to belittle you because you're insecure. That has nothing to do with me. Stop making me in front of the face of your insecurities and your issues. Ask questions and get to resolutions and understanding instead of just getting offended and judging somebody and choosing a misunderstanding because you typically or simply just don't want to agree because you're jealous, period.
Turn integrity.
Now, before we go forward, to his point, it's a shame that he has to be used, I guess, as the him in particular as a conduit for greater conversations. But when you kind of speak your own truth in that way, it's going to generate those type of conversations. So it's sad that the messenger has to deal with the bullshit by bringing the message. But here on this platform, I care more about the message, not really the messenger when we're talking about this, but the way that the messenger is telling the message is energetically, even with your vernacular and some of the words you say, reinforce a patriarchal type of identity. And again, from chapter 5, it says the male gaze, how visibility, not gaze as in G-A-Y-S, but G-A-Z-E. Can you turn the mic up on your end? My mic is still kind of low. Let's see. Can y'all hear me? I have to probably just get closer. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Testing, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me back there? Put the mic up a little bit more. Can you hear me now? Is that better? Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me. But this is going to be from, again, chapter 5. It's called The Male Gaze, G-A-Z-E, how visibility reinforces the prize mentality, because that word is going to come up again. The concept of the male gaze, first introduced by Laura Mulvey, or Mulvey, I hope I said that right, explains how visual media is structured around the perspective of a heterosexual male viewer. Okay? Women are not seen as autonomous individuals, but as objects of male pleasure. Their value defined by how well they cater to male desire. But what often goes unspoken is how the male gaze extends beyond film and media, shaping real-world power dynamics and reinforcing the man is the prize narrative within the Black community. I'm gonna check something real quick. Okay, yeah, we still good. In Black cultural spaces, women are often reduced to props in an elaborate performance of male desirability. When men showcase their female partners, the message isn't really look at her, it's look at me, the man worthy of having her. This performance reveals how male desire operates through misdirection. Women serve as mirrors reflecting male worth rather than being the true objects of desire. The dynamic plays out in predictable patterns. Men display women as trophies that validate their own desirability. Again, remember trophy and prize. Remember those two words, okay? Female partners become evidence of male worth rather than autonomous beings. When a man says, "Look at my woman," what he is actually saying is, "Look at how desirable I must be." This elaborate charade serves to maintain the fiction of pure heterosexual desire while actually centering male beauty and worth. The performance requires constant maintenance. Men must appear desirable without acknowledging that they want to be desired. Women must perform attraction while actually serving as props. Everyone must pretend that this exhausting dance is natural. One more paragraph and we done. But this admiration is not just about sex. It's about acceptance. In both heterosexual and queer spaces, black men are taught that their desirability equals affirmation. And when boys are raised to believe that men are the ultimate standard, it is only natural that some will begin to desire men, not just sexually, but as symbols of validation and self-worth. And the way that Say So TV explains these things, i.e. top tier, alpha top, all these type of ways. It's this way of being the greatest desire. But again, Say So TV gonna say some shit to where it's like, as far as what you're preaching, in a sense, there's a little bit of a contradiction as far as the way that the way that you portray that to be. But I appreciate him again being open and honest about his life, to where it's like, okay, now that you're sharing this, let's explore this route. Because again, that could possibly be the answer, or one of the signposts to the answer, for us to really work this shit out. No shade. But I just wanted to read that. And again, I'll be reading more excerpts from Blame It on the Dress. Okay, the link for the book is in the description box below. And make sure that y'all subscribe to the Black Anarchist podcast, please. He has dope ass information, and he gonna start dropping some legal shit as far as knowing your goddamn rights. So if you are black and you queer, or you a woman and you black, if you are quote unquote an oppressed group in this system, or a targeted group in this system, I think it would be very wise for y'all to go ahead and subscribe to his channel. Anyway, let's continue. We got BubzDaGawd. I said we got BubzDaGawd, girl. See, girl. Welcome to BubzDaGawd, girl. We got Harold in the building saying, Bubs, the mother-loving God. Did you read the part that I wrote about bottom shaming? No, I did not. Is that in chapter 5? Because I'm kind of looking over here as far as scrolling through the book while I'm also listening as well. But let me know what chapter that's in, and I will read that. And again, we have the author of the book in the motherfucking building, so y'all make sure that y'all support him, damn it. Okay, but let me know what chapter it's in. Let's continue with the video, girl, because Boss Man just went live, girl, so.
I don't know that we carry around a lot of that in our culture for some reason.
Yes.
Tell.
A lot of masculine guys feel like this from feminine dudes. They always come at us with this negative energy because they're jealous. We got to make the cut of being, of passing like a straight person. Like, we can just be out here in the world and nobody knows. And I feel like they got a problem with that because it's been such a trauma that they've been through by being obviously gay all their life. And I've never said anything about that. I've never dissed femme guys, anything. I've never dissed bottoms. I dissed, promiscuous sluts and stuff. But I don't, I judge people on their merit, not their, demographic. That's what makes a person a patriarch. So it's constant misunderstanding, and that's the issue. But yeah, let's continue.
Cheating is when you do something you can't tell your partner about.
I have seen where if a top cheats, he'll get a pass, or he might get it might be an issue, but he'll still end up being able to smash later or something. But for the most part, I've noticed with us tops, if a bottom cheats, one of our bottoms cheat, or not even just cheat, but if they mess around with somebody else and we find out about it and we're not even in no relationship for real, we may also just kind of like leave you alone for that. Another comment. Comparing pussy to a woman is wild work. Y'all say a woman cheating is worse than a man, and an a-hole is worse than a D. A masculine man wins. Oh my God, these niggas can't stand me, bro. I love it. You know what I'm saying? That's how you know you doing something. All right, when you got everybody, you on everybody's good side, you ain't hitting no shit. You know what I'm saying? When you ruffling them feathers, that's when you know you talking that talk. Straight up. Predator.
But at the same time, if you're going to ruffle the feathers, you have to ruffle the feathers with purpose, not just ruffle feathers just because. And I get it. It's when people stop talking about you, that you need to be worried. Motherfuckers can't even handle when people do talk about them. So, I mean, I guess it comes with the territory. I don't believe that these individuals were judging you as a individual. Maybe they were judging you by the demographic, by the way that you spoke. Maybe they just categorized you and you didn't like how that felt, right? So I think what the people in the comment sections are saying to you is that you kind of do the same thing. But again, when it's done to you, then it's a problem and it's an issue. You know what I'm saying? Which is why, again, self-love is very important. And the universe gonna give you tests, just like the universe gonna test my ass with certain things. But that's why I'm working and learning to grow and evolve in my self-love, so that when that happens, I can transmute that energy like Goku, baby. Okay, all things working for my good. Okay? Hero says, I'm not sure if being problematic is something to be proud of, though. But again, what he says online and when he shares little intimate details about his relationship, to me, there is something different there. And I think that if he were to lead more so in with how he was able to not only just fall in love with his partner, because we already heard the origin story, no shade, but more so of the maintenance aspect of it. Because again, he's going to share some things to where it's like, oh, so this is what the top does, girl? I thought the top does this, girl, but the top want to have a soft boy era, girl. I didn't know that tops could have soft boy era, girl, because soft is seen as undesirable. No shade. But again, Say So is an individual who also, I believe, is objective in learning. He's still gonna stand his ground and talk his shit, and no shade, because I'm gonna talk my shit too. But as long as we're trying to go forward, and maybe he didn't meet other YouTubers who were able to maybe break certain things down, girl, even show how human they are, girl, for talking for fucking 15 minutes on mute, girl, like you know the Lord on your side, bitch. You get what I'm saying? I don't know. And again, Say So, I'm down to have a panel discussion or a live conversation with you, bro. You already smoke weed. I smoke weed too. We both have similar points that we can agree on, but I also am aware and objective enough to bring the other side. And again, if any of your supporters or my supporters or just people who are interested in the conversation want to chime in, we can do that. And I think some people on your side have asked for you to do that. So I'm just saying, when you get to a point to where you're willing to do that, I nominate myself, okay, for District 9, girl. No shade, okay? I'm gonna do my thing. But anyway, let's continue.
There's insecure control freaks. You attract what you are. Y'all wonder why you.
Okay, couple things. First, I respect his platform, but I don't know that we gonna be reacting to too many of his videos because I can't. It's not keeping my attention like I wanted to. But my one question, let's take the cheating conversation a little further, and then I want to get to the defining dating. For you, Aaron, you're versatile, right?
Yes.
Let's say.
And it's not keeping your attention because you feel inferior to me. Let's be real. All right? Let's just be 100. When
God damn it. The mute monster is whooping my ass again, girl. What is going on? Girl. I told y'all I'm going to be learning on YouTube as well, girl. Watch the universe work for my good, girl. The devil thought he had me. I sure got away. As a result of my gratitude, one thing that I can say is, Lord, I thank you. Girl, CTV talking about, girl, that's what CTV ass be talking shit, girl, in the background. That's why you need me in your life, Bubs. Because you be doing shit on mute, girl, and I'm trying to help your ass unmute, bitch. girl. We gonna get there. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna just have to make sure my mic is unmute the whole time. So if you hear me swallow this damn water down, like my throat is a whole damn power bottom, girl, with no walls, girl. When you hear me over here choking on this weed, girl, or my ass over here sniffling because of my allergies, girl, you gonna have to hear everything raw. You gonna be raw in this shit, girl. And I got tested. Did y'all get tested, girl? Because we about to raw dog this shit, girl. Fuck it. Okay, but shout out to y'all. And again, shout out to King Aries, because Aries is the inspiration for this live. Okay, and CTV, like I said, girl, he is the individual that played a very implementive part in the BubzDaGawd process, girl. He helps with the foundational aspect of it, girl. And again, if there was one person that I would love to be able to, narrate or, I guess, what's the word is I'm trying to look for right now? I hate the fact that I can't think of it. Because, girl, I've just been rough tonight, girl, but that's okay, girl. To be a mediator for the live, I think that would be dope. Because, again, I'm interested in having a live with Say So TV. Again, we already smoke weed, nigga, girl. Let's do it. Even your own supporters said, can we have a live panel or something? Like, let's have that conversation. And I don't know about them other niggas, but I'm interested in the conversation, girl. No shade. No shade. And again, I found it, BAP. Okay, you're welcome from me. You're welcome from me. Girl, that's where I learned to talk shit, girl, from him, girl. No shade, because I know a place you can recharge your soul. And low-key booty hole, girl, no shade. Anyway, let's continue, girl.
I feel like a lot of them look at us type of dudes. They see everything that they were bullied by, they were judged by, denied by. You know, they try to get at us. We don't want to fuck with them. You know, like it's all this like animosity, bro. And it's like the whole time you see the dude watching my video, can't y'all see the hate in his eyes? Like
your wishes.
What is you so mad about, bro? Like, I thought this was going to be a pretty good review, to be honest with you. I thought you was going to be talking that talk because I like your look. You got a really nice look on your platform.
Yeah, nice setup.
You know, you got a nice flow and everything, but it's just basic. Like, it's too politically correct and it's not really, like, hitting on nothing while you talking. What are you talking about?
Damn.
You don't relate. That's why.
You dating somebody who's a total something.
Mm-hmm. You don't relate to what? Because again, you did say, pimping, that this nigga has the majority of the audience that critiques you a lot. So he has that, but maybe again, the part of him not being chosen because according to the book, he doesn't have the prize, which, no shade, Say So TV has the prize as far as what society says. And he's benefiting from that. That's why they call it supremacy. That's why they call it privilege. But then again, when we get more into your own life and you're sharing aspects of your life, we're seeing again something is different, girl. You're not practicing what you preaching. At least in that aspect.
They told you I'm a total top, and for one reason or another, you accepted that. They're a top, your verse, and that's just going to be your connection. They cheat. This top cheats, breaks a commitment, and goes and has sex with someone else. Would it sting more if they were bottoming for somebody else? Or is cheating just...
Oh, okay, so you're saying would it sting more if they told me, the versatile person who would
that they're together
them,
with,
yes,
that no, you can't have no ass because I'm a top,
yes,
but then they go behind you and they get some dick from somebody else? Like, would that sting differently?
Oh yeah, that's
Why?
like I'm going to load your shit up into the car and pour the kerosene on it and set it on fire and tell the firemen it is trash.
Okay, Bernie, but why is that? Why is the betrayal not the problem?
No, the betrayal is the problem.
But you're saying it stings even more if they betrayed you
and they
looking
lied
for some dick.
Because you've done it. You've done two offenses. You've lied to me.
Where is the lie? The lie you're talking about here?
The lie is about the cheating, and you lied to me about not wanting dick.
I receive those. Now, the complicated part of it is I am not monogamous. So some of those stages, while I get that's what you're saying, I don't know that it works for me. Tail says it's worse only in the
Yeah, see, me and this nigga not gonna vibe no way, because if you're not monogamous and don't have an open mind, then how we gonna vibe if someone is got a certain way that they live their relationship, and then you over here could be potentially trying to get at my dude because you ain't got that mindset, is gonna be an issue. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, what's up? Like, why you gotta say because you're not monogamous? Like, it shouldn't matter. Everybody different. Some people poly, some people monogamous. So you wouldn't want to address them all, you know? But I feel you because I am monogamous, so I do tend to favor on monogamous mindset. So I feel you, but yeah. If he don't get back to me, I'm gonna go ahead and end this. So let me go ahead and just see what's up real quick.
Let's keep going. Would y'all let him fuck?
You talking about the host?
Yes.
Oh.
Well, I feel like they was mad and triggered when they left that comment, so let me dissect it. So comparing bussy to a woman is wild work. Mm-hmm. Because they are more susceptible.
Anywhere else, keep going.
I think that the person who made this post was trolling, because when they said at the end, they was like, and a bottom belongs in the kitchen too, they was definitely trolling, trying to compare bottoms to women directly. And
okay. So let me switch topics altogether here, because one thing that I pride myself in is that
so the attention span is so short when I guess you're not like making them feel better about something, or what? Like, what is going on? What's the problem? Like, the jealousy and shit is keeping you from being able to watch me, bro. Like, you just asked your audience if they would let me smash. I see a yes, Dwayne, but I don't know who Dwayne is or whatever. But it's just reeking of jealousy. Like, I've grown up this whole life looking like this, being who I am, and trust me, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know what jealousy look like from a mile away, bro. Like, real talk, like straight up.
Topics all together.
But I don't think they were saying it from a place of, they were kind of like doing it, I guess, the way that bros do the shit, man. When you fuck this bitch, man, look at it, look at it. It was more from that standpoint when he asked that question. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think their opinion should really matter if you have what it is that they don't have, and you don't even find them physically attractive. So why should what they believe really make you feel like you have to respond in that way? Now, going back to what was said as far as those that are feminine or considered the bottom and women are compared to each other. And again, shout out to the Black Anarchist podcast in the building who gave me the heads up and the permission, girl, but also this section here about the prize mentality within queer relationships. Because we already started in the beginning of the live talking about the patriarchal construct, the foundational aspect of it. Now we're seeing that bleed not just from whiteness into blackness, but into the intersections of blackness, i.e. black queerness. It says the prize mentality does not vanish within queer relationships. It simply reshapes itself. I low-key want to read in the voice that I want to read in. Matter of fact, I'm going to do that, girl. Fuck it. This is a very interesting live one tonight. Let me get the voice together, girl. Maybe that would help me read slower, too. Hold on.
Can y'all hear me? How does that sound? The prize mentality within queer relationships. The prize mentality does not vanish within queer relationships. It simply reshapes itself. In many queer spaces, masculine presenting men are elevated as the most desirable, while feminine presenting men are marginalized. Tops are glorified as dominant and desirable, while bottoms are shamed, often labeled as weak, needy, and less manly. This internal hierarchy mirrors the broader societal structure,
where proximity to traditional masculinity equates to higher value. Within the gay community, masculinity is gold, the ultimate prize everyone is fighting to attain and possess. Masculine men are positioned as the peak of desirability, while those perceived as more feminine are pushed to the margins. Bottom shaming functions much like slut shaming in heterosexual relationships. Just as women are criticized for being sexually assertive, bottoms are shamed for pursuing masculine men rather than waiting to be pursued. In a world where masculinity is framed as power and control, the act of expressing desire places bottoms in a feminized role, one deemed inferior within the hierarchy of masculinity. But instead of being labeled as sluts, gay men are branded with terms like nasty bottom, reinforcing the idea that desire, when expressed from a position perceived as subordinate, is something to ridicule rather than respect. This stigma is so deeply ingrained that many men outright reject the label of bottom, even when they exclusively seek tops. To avoid being associated with femininity and submission, they adopt defensive identities, often labeling themselves as verse or refusing to mention preferences altogether. On dating apps, profiles frequently include phrases like no bottoms or masculine only, not just to express preference, but to signal an affinity for tops while avoiding the admission of being a bottom themselves. It's less about attraction and more about preserving the illusion of masculinity, distancing oneself from the stigma attached to being on the receiving end of penetration. The issue stems from the fact that, despite the outward appearance of masculinity, such as deep voices and facial hair, men in the receiving position are still inherently occupying a feminine position. This is because, within sexual dynamics, the female plug is the receiver and the male plug is the giver. In this context, receiving is aligned with femininity, while giving is associated with masculinity, irrespective of a person's mannerisms. The problem arises when these men are unable or unwilling to accept this reality, rejecting the idea of being in a feminine position even though they are performing it. This rejection is rooted in societal conditioning that equates femininity with weakness, leading to a disconnection between their role and cultural stigma surrounding it. The phrase masculine only serves as a gatekeeping mechanism, reinforcing the belief that desirability is reserved for those who embody traditional masculine norms. This not only excludes feminine presenting men, but also perpetuates a toxic cycle where attraction is less about connection and more about status. Even in relationships, bottoms often find themselves expected to shoulder emotional labor, while tops maintain detachment, further entrenching the imbalance of power. The obsession with masculinity as the gold standard fractures the community, turning relationships into competitions for validation. Black gay men, having grown up under the same cultural conditioning as their heterosexual counterparts, often find themselves chasing the same prize. Masculine men who embody the very ideals they were taught to worship. This pursuit can lead to toxic dynamics, where affection is withheld as a form of control and vulnerability is seen as a liability rather than a bridge to intimacy. The result is a community fractured by its own indoctrination, a space where love becomes conditional, self-worth is measured by external approval, and authentic connection is sacrificed for social capital. The same patriarchal dynamics that oppress women in the broader world are replicated within queer spaces, ensuring that the prize mentality continues to harm, even among those who understand its weight all too well.
So that was part C of Blame It on the Dress. Again, that's kind of the idea of what I'm thinking about doing in reference to my review. I want to make it very, very creepy, like, and kind of just like be the character as the physical manifestation or the spiritual manifestation, shall I say, of the things that we don't want to talk about, the root issue becoming so ugly and infected. So again, I'm having ideas on what I want to do. I'll probably get to work on that as far as filming and stuff probably later on. I want to say next month. I have to get into the planning stage to figure everything out, but y'all just bear with me. But that was kind of like what I want to do with the project. So no shade. If you fuck with that, make sure you subscribe so you can stay tuned. Okay? Look at the comments real quick, and then we're going to continue with the video. Harold says, it's like some gay men attempt to prove their manhood to other gay men, LOL, when they reject their actual sexual preference. And that's all that's being about, and that's all that being about them is, your preference. And not I sound like the Allstate guy, you're in good hands. Feminine attributes are found in the most masculine of men, just a FYI to those in the nosebleeds. No shade. Again, when you embrace your masculine and your feminine, beautiful shit happens. No shade. Let's continue.
Together here, because one thing that I pride myself in is that here on Dear Black Gay Men, I don't think we buy into too many heteronormative tropes, like bottoms should be women and in the kitchen and blah blah blah, and tops should need to be this. So I appreciate.
Thank you, Chaotic. Whoever said his eyelashes are luxurious. Thank you.
Appreciate us for at least going above the freight for that.
Also, another thing, I know my confidence is would also be pissing these niggas off. Like, y'all, I have had to fight throughout my life. Like, I'm not even gonna cap because of this. Dudes, big, brawly, big dudes, like big, fat, like, you know, I'm not calling him fat, but I'm saying like dudes that be bigger, heavy setted, and like, you know, just like grungy, ogre looking niggas, you know, like they always got a problem with me, bro. Like, and I've always had to put them down. Like, I cannot, yeah, like, but I ain't got no problem with this host. I'm not a hater. I don't return negative energy. Hey, he can be like that, but I just had to keep it real. Everything I said was just my honest statement, but I do not have a problem with this person. I do not know this person. And hey, I still appreciate them reacting to my video. So let's go.
My question though is, are there any traditional norms that you do appreciate in dating, Aaron?
No.
That is
No,
funny. Not
I was like,
brag would be sickening. I am done.
Like, there got to be one.
Okay, so my thing is, I feel like the traditional norm should be like a buffet. Like, you should just take what you want to eat and put that on your plate, and what you don't want, leave it at the buffet.
No shade.
So then how do you prepare for that? Because I've talked to a lot of my straight friends, right? Mm-hmm. And from being a little kid, a little baby, we are taught that girls do this, boys do that. And I think that there are...
No, he has too much masculine mentality with no feminine emotional outlook. I do actually. If you've watched me enough, my real loyal people know I do. I'm very empathetic. I'm very in tune with my emotion. Just because a person does not tell you what you want to hear does not automatically mean that they are miseducated, misled, or misinformed. or they just don't have connection to their emotional sensitive side. I definitely do. Now, we all human.
But I don't think
I ain't perfect, but at the end of the day, that's a funny comment.
There are a lot of
but I think if you were to show more of that side, because again, you have little moments where you share some of your life to where it's like, yeah, I'm kind of, you know, I be having my little soft do air. Like, we need more of that. If more tops are able to tap into their emotional side without demonizing it, it can actually be an amazing benefit to their life. It will help them to show up in the present moment even more, which will make them be more intentional, deliberate co-creators in this reality that we all share together. But from what I've seen thus far, I haven't really seen that. I know that it's there, but I think that if you were to continue to improve your content with, I'm talking about reference to the quality of the topics you talk about, with bringing that emotional aspect into it, I'm pretty sure a lot of the people who are misunderstanding you, you will probably start to understand each other. Do you get what I'm saying? Tifa T says, will the book be available on iBook soon? It's on Amazon Kindle Unlimited or some shit like that. So you can get it there, because I have it online. So yeah, you can buy it online. You can use Kindle Unlimited, whatever you want to do. The book is there. So yes, definitely make sure y'all check that out. Let's continue, because this video is kind of already longer. We almost at 2 hours, and I'm not trying to be no damn 4 hour
great couples that kind of grow up cultivating these. This is what a woman brings to the table. These are the things a man is expected to bring to the table. And then they just try to figure out how to make that work. There are a lot of people that assume that the man is going to be the breadwinner, that the woman's going to take care of the home, biological things like the woman bears the children and whatnot, right?
Well, let's look at it like this. In this economy,
So here's the deal. It's not about, because of the fact that, like, it's trying to belittle you. It's trying to let you know what works for relationships, what is more cohesive for relationships. When there's two dominant people or who don't know how to respect each other or be vulnerable, they bump heads. If it's two submissive people who don't know how to assert and be more dominant, they actually kind of lose interest in each other. So it just is it's a balance thing, not a patriarchy thing. So,
but again, what he's saying is that the dynamic for it being two men, that's where the patriarchal aspect becomes even more murky. Because again, the labels that are placed on the bottoms are the ones who are the cook and clean and wash it, all that. They are the ones who are expected to do that. Again, in the book, talks about how bottoms are shamed because that is the feminized role. And that even in a queer relationships, trying to feel that role as your main identity, well, something that I have to do, is kind of where it kind of gets fucked up at. Because if what a lot of heterosexual people were talking about were actually working, the divorce rate would not be where the fuck it's at. So even for them, some of this shit is not fucking working. So if it ain't working for them, girl, you know it's gonna be more difficult for it to work for us, especially if we're using their framework as the blueprint, which is why you have to find out what works for you. To your point, there are going to be some people who feel like monogamy is enough for them. I'm one of them. Then there are some people who, again, like at a buffet, girl, if we look at the buffet, girl, there's some people gonna come through, girl, who gonna get 1-2 things, bitch, and that's it. Then there's gonna be some people that's gonna walk in that's, you know, got a particular taste, bitch. Ooh, I'm coming on a certain night, girl, because they got seafood on Wednesday, so I'm gonna come on Wednesday. Or, bitch, they got Taco Tuesday, so I'm gonna come through on Tuesday. Then there are some people, girl, who just don't give a fuck what day it is, girl. They will go into the buffet, girl, and sometimes maybe sit at the buffet, girl. Not at a table, but sit at the buffet and just give God praise for all things, girl, and just fuck it all up. Okay? Now, when you start getting on your Kimberell shit, girl, and you got the goddamn cooks in the back ready to blow their brains out, girl, because they'd rather cook for goddamn Gordon Ramsay than cook for this bitch, girl, because she swallows more than we can cook, girl, then that's different. But find out what works for you. God, source, universe, consciousness is in all things. So if monogamy don't rock with you, that's cool. If polygamy does not rock with you, that's cool. It don't have to be for you. Find out what works for you and do the damn thing. If it's two masculine niggas, let two masculine niggas be together. Because if they love each other and respect and honor and value each other, guess what? It's gonna work out. Because again, you can, as we're gonna hear him say, you can be masculine and have a little soft boy era, a little lover boy era. Lover boy.
That's the first thing. And then also, why? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and be empathetic real quick. Let me ask myself, why is it worse for bottoms to be promiscuous, for women and bottoms to be promiscuous, you know, if they were to cheat, how it would be worse and everything?
Listen.
All right. The main reason is because that is allowing someone inside of your body, inside of a territory, like, that does have the ability to stretch and to be kind of like transformed based on entry.
Enlarge my territory.
You know, it's different. When you have an exterior body part that you're utilizing, it doesn't track history of shit. Like, a virgin dick is still the same as a dick with 20 bodies, 30 bodies. As long as he ain't catch no diseases, he healthy. I mean, ED can happen to anybody. You know, erectile dysfunction, that can happen to anybody for any numerous of reasons. A lot of the times, a dude may not even have ED. He's just, you got him nervous. You know, he nervous, so he can't act, you know, in the moment. Or it could be
he might want to buzz a damn nut.
Some
girl,
substance
be so
he's under got him malfunctioning or something. Like, it just depends. But I just, it's a like more territory thing. Yes, also there is a little truth to what he said. It is coming from a little bit more of, we were taught this thing about how,
come on, say
you know, the virginity and everything is important when it comes to the whole, but not like with him as a man so much. So I still embrace it, but it's still also, because I've done it and I know what it is, I do know that it is a disconnect to it, as opposed to doing something like that. When I tried it, I could tell that it was going to be way more of a deeper thing for me. And then all my other verse dudes that I mess with tell me the same thing. It's not just my opinion. It's what I've calculated and gathered of a collective of information and experiences. So it's not just like I'm just coming up with this because I just want to think this way and I just want to be like that. Like, I'm telling y'all, like, what I have experienced and witnessed. Right. So these same guys will be saying this shit, but then they'll be the same ones that are only attracted to masculine dudes. But how? When you look like that, you talk like that, how you not going to be attracted to yourself? But we all supposed to be gay, right? How are you not attracted to your same energy? Because gay means same, not opposite. But at the same time, the whole relationship style, that is just how relationships work more naturally. It's not about the sex of the people. If it's two trans, if it's a trans and a man, if it's two gay dudes, two lesbians, a straight couple, it doesn't matter. Somebody's going to be the more dominant. Somebody's going to be the more submissive, and that is what's going to make this work.
Now let's talk about that real quick. When I used to work at K&G, okay, again, K&G is a discount soup store, so a bunch of niggas be in there too, girl. A bunch of Christian niggas, all type of shit, girl. But would come into the store, girl, and I would deal with the motherfuckers, girl, who first of all can't dress their damn selves. That already be irritating as hell. Can you measure my waist? I think I'm a 38, bitch. More like a 48, girl. Now, but once you get all his shit together, as far as his outfit and everything, he not gonna go to the fucking cashier, girl, like I want him to get the fuck up out my face. You know what's gonna happen? You know what's gonna happen? Okay, y'all got me nervous, girl. I'll make sure my mic ain't off, girl. I'm getting flashbacks. Let me keep my mic thing right here. Before he would buy anything, all of a sudden we hear, or I hear, well, hold on, wait a minute. I gotta call the boss. I gotta call the boss real quick. Who is the boss? The motherfucking wife. So yeah, let's talk about the whole masculine and feminine and the whole dominant, assertive, and more submissive. There's a bunch of men right now that just do whatever the hell their wife tells them to do, girl. They can't even do shit without their damn wife. They so dependent on their damn wife. Had no life without her. Then she gotta also do that shit with the kids too. So again, All this shit is murky. It's murky. And if you want to make sense of all this shit, please go buy Bab's book. Okay? Blame it on the dress, girl, because it breaks this shit down. I'm still trying to figure out how I'm going to do my damn shit as far as my review. But this says, it's the entitlement for me. They feel entitled to emotional labor, but we get nothing in return. I'm attracted to feminine men, even though I am a bottom. I dated a drag queen who was a top, and no shade. I'm attracted to feminine men, and I'm a top. Do you get what I'm saying? But that's why we read at the beginning of the chapter, girl, the prize mentality. How masculinity is seen as the prize. How heterosexuality is seen as the prize. And there are gay men that will do whatever they can to be in proximity to that thing, and not in a way that feels natural to them, but in a way that they can benefit from the system, even though it may not be who they truly are. And we're going to listen to more of Say So share his experience, girl, because again, that's all he can share, to where it's like, hold on, pimpin', I think you might want to read this book too. Okay? What you saying now? What T for T say? What he say? What happened? Did I miss some shit? Define your relationship at the beginning. Don't get into a monogamous relationship when you know you can't be monogamous. No shade. Tell your truth. Bab said that made no sense. And he wasn't talking about me, girl. I might be high, but I'm going to make this shit make sense, girl. Through all the mistakes. Through all the shit. Be honest about what you're into. Open, poly, throuple, girl. Whatever you want to do, girl. No shade. But that sounds like a gay man being in a relationship with a straight man. And there are some gay men who do operate in that shit. Just don't operate in that in a toxic way. No shade. If you can allow yourself to be emotional and open-minded, which means having more of a critical thinking and critical thought to be able to receive new information to challenge yourself, girl, to make you better, why not do that? Ain't nobody saying, okay, girl, if you accept your feminine energy, now a finger got to go on your ass. Because even me as a top, I am a top only, no shade. No shade. Because even we all have our boundaries of things that we will and will not do. And shout out to the people who go off into the rolling in the deep. But girl, I'm 5'2". I can't be rolling in the deep a lot. You know what I'm saying? No shade. And sometimes, girl, you don't want to be near them black holes, girl. They suck your whole life up, girl. What's going on sometimes? You know what I'm saying? But find out what works for you. Everything ain't gonna be the damn same, girl. There's a nigga out there that's gonna love a leprechaun top. And I'ma love climbing his back. And then afterwards, girl, I'm gonna rub his head and his waves, let it bake into his head, girl, while he falls asleep on my chest, girl. And that's it, girl. Because that's the way love goes. That's the way. I'm attracted to whatever, depending on how I meet you. Understanding. And no shade, I wasn't talking about you as far as you're talking about me, Bab. That's just me being funny. I'm very sarcastic. No shade. But again, shout out to him. And make sure y'all buy his shit and read it. No shade.
Because it's a dance. It's a give and take.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I do believe that you can both be masculine and dominant as long as y'all both are emotionally mature enough to know when it's time to be more vulnerable, more submissive, more softer, because everybody has to do that shit, y'all. That's what y'all don't get. Even in straight relationships, everybody has to do everything. Everybody has to be dominant, submissive at some point. Like, so when everybody puts this stipulation on the sexual positions, that's what I think everybody's just so like thrown off by, but it really doesn't matter. It's just about two people together. That's my opinion. And that's my experience. So yeah.
No breadwinner. Breadwinners. We both going to work.
We both going to work.
Like, and I look at, people, relationships that I like and that I see do things well. And I'm like, I would model that in my relationship. Like my sister and her husband.
Yeah, see, like, it just depends on the person. Everyone's different. See, me personally, yes, me and my boyfriend, we both work. We both bring in bread because that just, like, makes our lifestyle better. So why not? Plus, who wants to just sit around and not do nothing? As a man, it's not really in our nature to not want to do nothing. But if my dude is on a down and he's struggling, I will take his up. You know, I'll take his back and go ahead and, you know, cover what he can. I've done that many a times to the point where, yeah, it may have been like that patriarchy look because it's like, you know, he taking care of the crib, cleaning, cooking, I'm going to work. It just worked. Like, we were both happy though, so it wasn't no problem. That's why I say it just depends on the people. Everyone's different.
My sister, her husband.
That's because that respect is there. And we're going to learn more about the money-making girl because no shade. Say So TV say, girl, in a relationship, he is not the breadwinner. He brings the bread girl, but he is not the breadwinner. So the breadwinner come in, bringing in the bread girl, got to give the head, give up the booty girl, and also got to cook and clean and do all that stuff. And I'm pretty sure Say So do his own shit too. I don't know. Again, I'm just assuming here. But, you know, let's just continue to listen.
Don't like to drive. My sister loves to drive. So most of the time when they do road trips, when they driving around, she will drive.
And you know and even though I'm the top in this relationship, he actually is a little bit more like, how can I put this? He runs more of like, he makes more money than me. He takes care of more. Like, he also cooks and cleans. Like, I got my kind of like soft boy air in this with him. So this is my first time with this situation though. Like, I'm usually head of honcho, like head of household, like just everything's mine. The dude probably come stay with me and, you know, type shit. I'm, you know, always making I'm the breadwinner usually, but this time it's more like he's making more money than me and shit. This is the first time ever. So, but I still love it though. It doesn't affect me. I don't feel like inferior to him or nothing. I don't feel like nothing. To me, it's dope. I love it.
But I think you need to start talking about that more because that seems like a pretty dope ass thing to be able to manifest. Because again, imagine you still being able to hold on to certain masculine, I guess, gestures or I guess aesthetics in a sense that is a part of your character that you don't see that's problematic, but still be, again, open-minded enough and with the respect to be able to allow yourself to, again, not let the title of masculinity control you. So I think when the people are saying, you say that, but then when you see videos, oh, how to be a top-tier top and how to be this or whatever, it's more so of the patriarchal aspect of go out there and make sure that y'all having a whole bunch of sex as motherfucking tops because don't no bottom want no top with low body count. They want a high body count top because they know how to put down the work. They don't want someone they have to teach. So again, certain things that you say, but that's why I gotta give him grace and mercy in this situation because first of all, not Andrew Caldwell, girl. First of all, I'm proud of him that he was willing to be that honest to be able to share that. And his man not only makes more of the money, but also cooks and cleans. But Say So TV has also stated that when my nigga have money problems or some unexpected shit pops the fuck off, I'm able to cover him. So you're still doing something that's considered masculine, but y'all have y'all ways of doing it. And the way that y'all showing up in y'all relationship, of course, is gonna seem very unorthodox to what the system says. So as much as you preach about showing up in a certain type of way as far as the patriarchy is concerned, the way that you actually show up is in contradiction to the patriarchy. So that's probably why there's confusion there. And you also said that this is the first time you've been in this situation. So you're still trying to figure this shit out yourself and allow yourself to be challenged by certain narratives that you admitted that we have been indoctrinated to believe as young boys growing up. And again, you have to fight for everything. So being an individual who could be able to maintain their own without any help, it does feel good when you attract someone in your life who also can take care of you as well. And to be honest, more so than just the money. The money is nice in certain instances, but most importantly, mentally and emotionally. And like CTV said in the comment here, where's it at? Did I pass it? I'm into any form of commitment or lack thereof, as long as the connection is love and truth-centered. He also says, I am the breadwinner. I've been the breadwinner in every relationship, and it always be that way because I will always have my shit together. Exactly. Harold says, okay, say so. I respect that because there are many men who feel inferior when their submissive partner is the breadwinner, which ends up triggering insecurities. And that's why, again, I'm not going to come at Say So TV in the way that other people have probably came at him in the past, but I'm trying to do it in a different type of way to where it's like, okay, instead of just being triggered by the situation, let's break this shit down to see where it comes from. And again, shout out to the book, Blame It on the Dress, The Manufacturing of Black Homophobia and Performative Masculinity. Again, a great fucking read, breaks this shit down in so many ways to where it's not only just affecting queer people. He talks about how the foundation has been built, how heterosexual people have done this, how they failed in this application as well because women end up suffering in this situation. And then when we bring it to black, it's even worse because we continue to really enforce it more so than white people do in a respectability politics type of way of trying to earn affirmation from people who are going to always oppress us. And now we've become the oppressors in our own community. So I think, again, reading that book will help bring clarity on that and be on the lookout for, you know, my theatrical performative ass review girl. Because them niggas ain't the only one that can perform, girl. I'd rather perform in my art as opposed to just performing in real life. T4T says, it never mattered to me what the other person makes or what kind of job they hold, even though I make the money. And no shade. As long as you are a good person, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I'm getting to a place in my life to where I want to be in an overabundance type of state to where I can also give back to other people because I love giving and I'm learning to give more, but also understanding how to receive in that sense. But most importantly, above all things, I would want someone who loves me and cares about me as the individual, because if the money dry up or if certain things don't work the fuck out, are you going to honor the better or for worse, or are you going to let your fear get the best of you and fuck up something that we know that is good, but you're scared? And we all gonna deal with fear, but goddamn it, we gotta work through it, girl. And I'm gonna talk my shit while I do. T4T says I'm old school, LOL. My money is your money in a relationship. CTV said, every top has acted a fool when it came to me being the breadwinner because the patriarchy told them money attached to power, so it became a power struggle even when I gave them a free hand into the pot. That's why that self-love is important, girl. No shade. No shade. And again, those are things that we have to deal with. And work through. But self-love is the answer, y'all. I don't give a fuck. We can use many different videos and topics, girl. If self-love is not there, it ain't gonna last.
It's good to know that you got another king. Like, that's what I thought the point of this was. It shouldn't be you trying to turn him into a girl,
But you said also, Say So TV, in one of your other videos, previous videos, you said, I'm sick and tired of people saying we two men together. Well, he may be a man, but I'm the man in the relationship. So it's like when you say things like that and then you share more of your intimate side, again, it just be like, that's very interesting. And again, you're new to this, so you're still discovering things. So on my end, there's going to be no condemnation towards you as the person. Okay? No shade.
that's where I think y'all get me misunderstood. When I'm talking about being promiscuous with your butthole as opposed to as a top, it is different because you are allowing people to come inside you. It is more, susceptible to catch something, and it just isn't a good look for your spirit or nothing. Like, I don't think it's attractive. It's disgusting. Like, to be honest, nobody doesn't want to, no dude of real substance wants to end up with that. Straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll smash and move that to the side, but that make y'all think that y'all are accepted, but people can smash people that they have no interest in. And that's what y'all don't get.
And let's keep going with Say So TV.
Agree with that statement. I feel like we should all, in the relationship, hold our weight as far as cooking, cleaning, etc.
No, for real.
But as far as the argument as stands with the topic, bottoms cheating is going to be looked at as worse to a top because that to us is our temple, our property, our, that's our trophy or whatever. So like you giving that up is like discrediting my whole like existence in your life. Like, there's no
Did you hear what he just said? Let me rewind that back because I want y'all to hear what he said because he talked about the whole prize thing. No shade. And I'm gonna have to miss Boss Man's live, girl, because I was trying to watch it after this live, but we can definitely have that live about what love is, girl. I feel like my ass even gonna be challenged, girl, because my ass probably gonna be quiet a lot of time, girl, because I'm gonna be learning. No shade. But let's continue.
As far as the argument as stands with the topic, bottoms cheating is going to be looked at as worse to a top because that to us is our temple, our property, our, that's our trophy or whatever. So like you giving that up is like discrediting my whole like existence in your life. Like there's no...
Discrediting my whole existence in your life. Tops really put that much emphasis on some booty hole?
Yes.
Oh, Lord.
Hell yes.
Aaron is
What do y'all not get? Listen, with a woman, you can have kids, you can get married, you can have a permanent mark on a woman. All you gotta do is just impregnate her. A lot of straight men know that they have that power. They may not say it that bold, but they know what's up. All right. When it comes to a man, what else can you do? Yo, we can't have kids together or nothing. If I can't get that virginity, if I can't have it, if it can't or if I can't at least have the cakes to myself, you feel me? Like, and then marriage, that's the only other thing we can do. Other than that, I can't really have you like that. And as a bisexual man, yeah, I will crave that kind of territory with my partner. Everyone's different. I'm not about to feel bad about it. That's who I am. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with it. My partner doesn't either. That's the only person it matters to at the end of the day. Some people like that. Some people like for people to take, care of them and nurture them and take ownership of them because it makes them feel wanted and secure. Everyone's different. If you want somebody who don't care about you like that, don't care if you all off out in the streets and doing whatever, then that's on you. And then that means you're going to be single in about 6 months to a year or two, though. Just know that as well. You'll be flopping these niggas out, turning that door over constantly. Changing these niggas like your drawers, I promise you. If you don't want that, I mean, it's one or the other, honestly, when it comes down to the grand scheme of things. It really does get down to that, and it's one or the other. And y'all don't like that. Y'all want to create these different lifestyles, this poly shit with this weird shit. There's no point of being with nobody if you're going to share them with somebody. Just be single and y'all just do y'all's thing. That's my opinion. I don't believe in poly. That's weird to me. But I don't knock it when people say that that's who they are because that might work for them. It actually does work for like certain people, like for real, like narcissists and shit. That works for them because it's like they get to have all these different people and stuff. They like to have revolving doors. They don't like to have a consistent person. If that's who you are, then I applaud you for knowing that and being poly and living in your truth so that you don't waste nobody else's time either. I'll always respect truth. That's it. You know what I'm saying? It's not about if I agree or not. Who cares? Like, it's about just, are you hurting anybody or not? If you're not, it doesn't matter. Straight up.
Aaron at me giving me the side eye since everybody can't see it.
That was some dumb shit. Like, that was just some dumb shit. Like, property, all of those words that he just used, just all I heard was insecure attachment. You have boiled down your relationship to fucking they booty hole.
You know what sucks about y'all is that y'all don't have the ability to see positive in messages. Everything is outlooked at negative. Like, y'all see everything about as negative. Like, y'all have a very low opportunity to really see the discernment of the different options of where this could be coming from, So that's why in-person interviews are more important, or at least live, so that I can explain these things, because that is always like, they always go this way. They always misconstrue my message. They always have to think it's something else. I feel like just so that they don't have to look at nothing else different, so that they don't have to take no look in the mirror, so they don't have to just reflect on nothing or just, second guess something. They just want to just think they know every fucking thing, and that's y'all's problem. And no nigga wants that either. But the truth is,
I'm gonna get to your.
also emphasized it, but first of all, insecurity is different from being territorial. You got to be able to tell the difference. Insecure is like when a dude leave a house and he gone and he ain't called and text you, you over here worried and shit. Like if somebody compliments your dude, you think they trying to get your dude, or you know, like you feel like you just always aware of thinking, you know, hyper vigilant about like somebody always messing with your dude or something, or your dude cheating on you or something, or like somebody's better than you or something. I don't know. What territorial is that this is just my person. I love this person. I'm investing a lot into this. This is something that I take pride in. I don't want this, you know, this is not just anybody. You know what I'm saying? I value this. And I'm going to guard it, and I'm going to protect it. I'm going to provide for it like a real man does for a family. You know what I'm saying? But see, y'all don't have no relation to that because that's not the movement and energy that y'all relish in. Y'all relish in y'all in feminine, toxic energy that y'all don't learn from broken women.
Cortez said, I'm tired.
I'm with you. No understanding for how men think at all. Like, are y'all not men? Like, all men think like that. Like what I just said. And y'all just so disconnected from y'all's manhood, y'all don't even understand that y'all don't even understand. How do you not understand wanting to have someone to provide and protect and grow with and like, what? What's up with this? How do you not relate to that at all? Why is it gotta be insecurity? Why is it always gotta be some negative shit that y'all have to try to attach to try to clock somebody or read somebody? Everything is about negative shade and shit, and that's why nobody fuck with y'all. And that's what y'all don't get. That is negative. Y'all think it's funny and it's not. Y'all think it's cute and it's lame.
Kevin said,
but I think for the people who speak about you being, or not you being, they may think you're being, but speak for myself. From my interpretation and on the outside looking in the situation going on Say So TV and what he's sharing in the comment sections, what you just did was literally a display of the patriarchy that they were talking about. You guys are men. This is something that you should know. Oh my God, you are so disconnected from your manhood. Y'all are two motherfucking niggas. Why y'all trying to be feminine? Why y'all trying to be punks? I ain't trying to knock y'all, but at the same time, why are y'all doing this? And this is why nobody fucks with y'all. When you say that, that right there literally expresses what the people in the comment section are trying to get you to understand. And I think that's the area there. Like if you were to watch that back and watch that section right there more empathetically, which again, you're growing in the empathy. So again, no condemnation on my end. You will be able to clock what you just did. All that right there was literally what we read in the book as far as the prize mentality. You walking away from your masculinity. Y'all know this. Y'all fucking up the prize thing. Y'all don't want this. Y'all don't want to have this going on for you. When again, not everybody is going to fit that narrative. If it fits for you, that's good, but that's not going to be for everybody else. But if that's the only box that you know, it's better to just speak to the audience and stick to the rivers and the lakes that you're used to, as opposed to trying to speak on situations that you're not trying to really gain a lot of more clarity in, because there is still a disconnect there. And again, I'm an individual that's willing. CTV said he's an individual that's willing to have that conversation, and I think that would be dope and very informative for the queer community to have at large, so that first of all, everybody can get subscribers and everybody can win, but at the same time, we can be tackling issues that affect all of us. Again, shout out to Dyquil, shout out to Mari Anton, shout out to Ken Tora, I think it is. Shout out to the Alfred platform. Shout out to Jenny Exclusive. Shout out to content creators that are having these conversations, or at least scratching the tip of the iceberg for these conversations to happen. Let me get to I am Case here real quick. I am new to this topic. What's the issue between masked men and flamboyant men? The issue is that white patriarchy has trickled down into the black community, and especially in the queer community, there is this reinforcement of heteronormative ways of being, and queer people, we don't really know what our own feeling of being is. And Say So TV, is a lot of people have interpreted, not just me, but other people as well. I'm just new to the interpretation aspect of him. He says a lot of things that are very patriarchal, and when he's challenged on those things, he becomes very defensive, as if though somebody's talking to him. And he's not the only one. There's a lot of men, especially in these heterosexual red pill spaces, that when they're challenged in that way, they become very defensive. So again, flamboyant men are obviously a defiance to the script that patriarchy wants men to play under, i.e. with him saying, you're a man, you're failing in manhood. Again, I've had other niggas tell me that I've dropped out of the race of manhood because I am gay. I'm not even a real man. So again, you have these people who generalize. You have these people who are ignorant on certain things because they're not willing to not just listen, but actually comprehend certain things about things that they don't know. Just because you've experienced it don't mean you really know about the overall experience when you're sharing that. So that is the issue, is that if you're going to be a man to them, be a fucking man, but don't be a flamboyant one, because that's equivalent to being a woman, and women are seen as weak. So, or as motherfucking, where's it at? Didn't somebody put in the comments? T said bottoms. Basically, he's talking about bottoms. You cannot generalize that. Yeah, there's this impulse to label people off the jump now. Exactly. It's lame because it's true. So now I'm not a man because I don't think like him. IMK said, I missed something. What is the behavior he's calling effeminate? Well, in the context of this video, some of the things that he is saying is getting clocked by feminine gay men as far as being patriarchal. And again, that is a word that is triggering to a lot of men, especially men who do subscribe to that patriarchal viewpoint. You know, again, those are trigger words, buzzwords that we've all been ingrained to hear, that when we hear, we just zing, 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 zing. But we've never been taught to move through or past those zingers, if you will. So, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to break it all the way down for you, IMK, so you might have to catch the replay. And there's a few moments where the mute monster gets me, so I'll have to eventually go back and put up a disclaimer or something, even though the mute monster got me multiple times, irritated my fucking soul. But anyway, let's continue, y'all. We got 16 minutes left of this video, and I'm trying to get this shit done.
Bottom's giving away. Put that comment from Kevy Kev up.
He said bottom giving. Oh, okay.
Bottom's giving away penis. Feelings are the same as the top giving away ass.
Yes.
Okay. What else? Put that one from Tail up.
Where's Tail? This one?
Traditional, normal only become problematic when it turns into expectation outside of yourself. So if you expect me to do something out of tradition, that's an issue.
Hold on. That's not the one. This is the one that you.
It's a double sting because not only did you cheat, but also are showing me someone you're not. Sounds like I'd be dating a representative.
Sophie says, is it that serious?
Is it? I'm curious. Like, is it that serious?
Like,
Cortez
tops,
said, like,
no tops in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Clearly, a bunch of bottom hate group. It's a bottom hate group. The Revenge of the Rejects is what you should call your channel.
You can take that comment down. Egan Ogun said, oh, it went away. Take the comment down for me. DJ says, it's like giving the booty. Oh. Egan Ogun says, it's the same.
Do y'all not know how fucking cocky I am?
Oh, shit.
Do y'all not know how confident I am? And it's not just about how I look and the acceptance and everything that I've had. No, it's about what I've been through, how I know I overcome things, my heart, my empathy, my love, and what I've gotten and my blessings. Like, I know God got me, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think that there would be nobody else that this nigga could get with that would be better than me.
Oh.
So it would never be about insecurity because of that. And that's what y'all can't stand. Like, I know that I am that nigga regardless of what anybody think, and that's how you should feel as well.
It's
I told y'all all about Say So TV. It's getting the booty is mine. You need to
Between
just know
controlling
that
and being
a
protected.
fleshlight. Y'all silly.
It's denying a part of yourself to me, your partner, you should be able to communicate and explore with. But what if I just like you for a particular thing? Like, what if I like you for...
You know, there's women who think like that about their men. You know, y'all don't be seeing how all these girls be fighting over these dudes, like, owning they penis. Like, these girls feel like they own these niggas' penis. Like, for real. It's about the personality. It's about being dominant. It's just a dominant personality. And submissive, like, weaker people don't relate, and they don't have the ability to understand that mentality. So they automatically call it insecure, or they call it, you know, like obsessed, or what else have I heard? Controlling, that's another thing. Shit like that, you know.
For some ass. DJ said
I just want y'all to know there's nothing wrong with valuing somebody and loving them and putting them on a pedestal to where you want to cherish them and you don't want nobody having access to them. There's nothing wrong with that, all right? A lot of people do love that, so do not let that kind of love die, because it still is needed, straight up.
Giving the booty is mine, it belongs to me, you can't take my booty. Can't take my boot. No, that's feeling on your booty. I was thinking of that R. Kelly song, feeling on your booty. Your booty.
Was that a Booty Warrior quote?
TV. He can't be an. But so the thing about Say So TV, he can't be an anomaly. He can't be by himself, where he thinks that, where a lot of his value in the relationship is wrapped up in his ability to lay the pipe. Like, that can't be so anomalous and he's just a one-off. Clearly he's got a whole bunch so anomalous and he's just a one-off. His ability to lay the pipe, where a lot of his value in the relationship is wrapped up in his ability to lay the pipe. Like, that can't be.
What? Y'all are hilarious. Oh man. The majority of my value will be wrapped up in my ability to lay the pipe. Yeah, so y'all just don't know shit. Yeah. Y'all just misunderstand a lot. Y'all just take certain things and just run with it. Like, y'all, I am a hustler and a professional. All right, I'm a medical assistant, and I got a YouTube channel. I got all these different endeavors that I don't even tell y'all about, okay? Not to mention that I come from some chunk of bread as well. I always come equipped with my own shit, and I'm always providing, and I make a nigga better. So,
let me upgrade you.
Not to mention how I'm softer for a dude. I understand a lot. I'm mature. I'm dope. There's many things that people have to offer to people. You don't ever assume that somebody is only giving up a sexual thing. Is that all that y'all relate to? Is that all the dudes that y'all be messing with? That's all that they be doing, is just coming through and dropping D off? See, that's the reason why y'all can't relate. See, a dude that is going to do all the stuff that y'all are wanting, like boyfriend stuff, taking y'all serious, taking on dates, all this other shit, that shit is coming from a nigga that think like me, with my mindset. Okay? The ones that's just coming through dropping D off, they don't have no intention with you. They're not doing anything. That's why they don't care about your booty. That's why they ain't trying to be territorial over you. That's why they don't get jealous. That's why they don't care. And you wonder why you're still single. What are you talking about?
So anomalous and he's just a one-off. Clearly he's got a whole bunch of subscribers, so I mean, I'd imagine that there are a lot of people that think that way. But what if the person who cheated was exploring?
I'm one of those we were thinking it, we were both thinking it, but I said it, or you said it, we were thinking it, or you were thinking it, but I said it. That's the type of moment I am.
Themselves sexually. DJ said it's a line from Boondocks. What if they are exploring themselves sexually? I think that would make it even worse. that you're in relationship with me, decide to explore yourself sexually, and I'm not the person you turn to, yeah, that to me makes it even worse.
Yeah. Okay. There's a comment coming from Tell.
Tell says, then say that. The bottom line is you're hiding yourself from me. That's a trust issue. You liking one thing from me could be fine.
Just let your soul glow. Just let it shine through. I ain't gonna try to high ass no girl. Not true. They do get jealous. They don't like when bottoms have options. If y'all want to break this down more again, make sure y'all purchase Blame It on the Dress, okay? Bap did the damn thing on the book. Please make sure you go to read it. Like they say, if you want to keep things from niggas, put it in a book, bitch. So you better learn how to read.
Fine, but you got to communicate that. Now, I agree with that. There are a lot of things that are fixed if you allow communication to be the thing that leads you. But not everybody there.
Or, you know what I'm saying? You pretty much cancel a nigga out when you do that. We feel like if we was to mess around, even though you may not like it, it still is bad because you're still hurting somebody's feelings. And that's true. Like, I don't condone cheating regardless of which way, as a top or a bottom, because you're hurting people's feelings and you playing with people's emotions. You can get hurt behind that. You never know what people do when their emotions is, you know, you playing with their emotions, they can hurt you. So I don't commend nobody playing with nobody's emotions. But if we just gonna talk about the topic, it's bad because on both ways, because you're doing something with somebody that this person does with you. So as a bottom, I get where they're coming from because they are giving up their cakes. So you going and getting other cakes, it messes with their self-esteem, which it should. I mean,
Wait a minute. Put that comment back up. Put that back up. It's Shaka says, yeah, because I was in a relationship with the top and I cheated on him with the bottom and he was my side BF. I love gay people for real. The love that I have for our culture is unmatched. He was my side BF. Okay.
What Cortez said.
This video makes me happy. I run from the mask for mask girlies.
Preach.
I think now,
Like
I follow Say So TV, and I do think that he is one of the mask for mask girls.
No.
that's where y'all be going wrong though, calling people girls and shit. Like, what's up with that?
That is part of the lingo. The girl bug has infected my ass too, girl. I be saying girl all the time. And we can thank this bitch right here, girl. And motherfucking YB Entertainment, because they the only one that be saying girl in such a way they have me saying it. Especially YB Entertainment. Make sure y'all subscribe to YB Entertainment. Entertain it, girl. Come on, Andrew. Give God some praise. He is worthy to be praised. Shia. Oh, Mashanya. Make sure y'all subscribe to CTV and YB Entertainment. We almost done, y'all. We almost done. We almost done. We almost done.
Run from the mask for mask girlies.
It's funny. Yeah, it's hilarious.
I'm sorry, that takes me out, boy.
Boy.
Gays are witty.
Well, he's in a relationship, and I think his boyfriend is like masculine-ish.
That was a sarcastic question, child.
Oh. Clearly I'm gullible. Chaotic says this is so unserious.
Unserious.
Again, here's the gotcha because I think I'm done with it.
It's so serious. Like, what are y'all hard to believe in it?
But I think that our culture, I would love to believe that everybody is just, evolved and self-aware and self-actualized and whatnot. And what I've learned is we come in every shape, size, and color. We come in very smart. We come in very ignorant and everything in the middle. And I think that we need to have more conversations where we can explore some of our blind spots till we grow. Now, luckily enough, the chat on this show is always lit and y'all grow me up every single time. But also, I think we still, I ain't above. Say So TV gives off straight black man energy. The only thing gay about him is his attraction to men. And he's bisexual. He's also attracted to women, which
I like what
I've heard that a lot and I don't like that. A lot of people might say that they cool with that, but I had a therapist one time tell me that I was not gay enough to be gay. Like, she was like, you need to really self-reflect. I don't think that you're gay, and all this other shit. And I was just like, what? Like, you trying to tell me because I'm not feminine enough that I can't identify as who I am? Like, when the fuck did this shit happen? Like, now you ain't good enough to be gay? Like, that was funny to me. But it did also kind of like make me just, raise my eyebrows. So when he just said that, that's just what that made me think of. So yeah.
D. Montreal said,
When
he said, if I'm with a nigga, I want to know you.
I want you to know we fucking. We ain't friends. We fuck.
What's this one? To give a little context, Say So has admitted that his thinking is sometimes very heteronormative and he's growing from it. He just gives the perspective from a standpoint of patriarchal mindset. So, to his point, we are who we are from the environment we grew up in, from what we've been around, what we've done throughout our life is what creates the person we are today. So, if I have lived maybe half of my life as a straight man, and then I came out, I was DL for a minute, and then I came out at 19. Okay. But I still mess with girls even after I came out sometime. Okay. So, if that's the case, yeah, I have a lot more of a mixture of a mindset, which is why I'm important. See, I have both sides of the mindset.
Again, chapter 5, girl, the prize mentality, girl. No shade. Come on, Say So. You were saying?
As opposed to just one or the other. Because y'all are on the far other extreme in the gay side. And straight men, actually, unfortunately, they are on the far other side. Because I definitely be checking their ass, too.
Extreme opposite.
So let's not act like I'm just, straight up on some heteronormative shit. I'm not on heteronormative, or is there even a such thing as homonormative? No, there isn't. But I'm not on either one. That's what I look at myself as.
Fucking. Like, I want you to know we fucking. And I do too. Like, I like the fact that I am clockable. I used to be really curious about whether or not I'm clockable and whatnot and trying to hide it. But I like the fact that I'm clockable, that people look at me and be like, oh, the gays are here. Tail says, to give a little context, Say So has admitted that his thinking is sometimes very heteronormative and he's growing from it. He just gives perspective from a standpoint of patriarchal mindsets. I will say that because I watch his content, he does pop up on my timeline regularly. I have seen marked growth in his content, but also I think that he represents a particular part of our culture that is very much we straight. It's just two dicks involved.
Yeah, and I think what
sidebar.
Nah, y'all. I like my nigga soft a little bit. Y'all just don't like see it like that. My nigga gets his nails done and shit. I likes to, pay for the haircut, the nails, the manicures, the pedicures. Like, I used to do that with women too. So, like, I see what y'all saying, but like, nah, I do like my nigga softer. I ain't gonna cap on that. Like, yeah, I like him still masculine because that's the point of dealing with a man. That's my point. Even if a dude likes a dude that's like as a top, or more dominant, even if he likes a feminine dude, he'll still appreciate you being masculine on the outside or like within yourself because it'll make sense to him. But you can still have your ways, like I think most guys do like the mixture, but just leaning more masculine. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how to put that, but I think.
So in a sense, like I guess like butch queens, then individuals who have the aesthetic of being masculine, but really are feminine as far as their expressions. And you know what? I'm gonna go out on a limb and kind of again think outside the box. But what the dude said in the red shirt. Again, there are certain groups in the community, girl, that have certain aspects. Like for me, I can use me as an example. I'm 5'2". I am a leprechaun girl. Not everybody gonna want me. There are going to be some people who going to be like, my motherfucking 9-year-old niece is taller than you. Hell no. Some motherfuckers want a motherfucker to look down at them, and that's cool. What am I going to sit up here and say? Oh, you height phobic? No. Because there will be someone in my life when that shit is either come around, girl, is gonna look at me like I always say, like I'm motherfucking Money Mike and they motherfucking Damon, bitch. Who the fuck is that motherfucker over there? Or that little nigga over there, that's Money Mike, little pimp, you know what I'm saying? That nigga look magically delicious, nigga, like. That's what it's gonna give. So again, find out what works for you. But when you get on YouTube, you have to be very clear. And I just wish that Say So TV had more clarity when it comes to explaining these certain things, because you'll say one thing and then it would jump to something else and then it would jump to something else. And I ain't talking about you just going in different directions, because the topic is so fucking large and vast that you have to do all that to kind of try to make some of this shit make sense. But I mean, from the patriarchal side coming through and then the awareness side coming through. And it's just about, again, finding that balance and finding what is right and what is not right for you. And no shade, as T for T said, he needs to go back and get another therapist, the right therapist. That's cool. Go ahead. Do what you need to do to better yourself, because at the end of the day, and I'm just going to go out on a limb here based on what I've seen, Say So and his nigga have a good relationship. I don't know the schematics of they shit, but it seems like whatever the hell they got going on is working well for them, and they honor and love and respect each other. If honor, love, and respect and cherishing, if all that was actually at the forefront of a lot of relationships, regardless if it's monogamous, poly, whatever the case may be, things would be better. As CTV said, as long as there's love and truth centered, then it's whatever in a sense. But the problem that Say So doesn't understand is that even though you got what you looking for, there are individuals who have followed everything that you have said but have yet to manifest a relationship that they desire, which is why self-love is important. That's why so many people try to assimilate and become something that they're not, instead of just being who they are. And when people are being who they are, they're being demonized for that. But let's continue.
I'll catch you.
Don't shade to straight people, because there are some very well evolved straight people, but the vast majority of straight folks I know.
But I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if that's your perspective and that's how you want to live your life,
then
great.
Yeah, that's
great.
Go in, boo. Do you? It's just that don't work for me.
It don't work for me, and so like, and I think that it is valid.
So what does work for you? I would like to know that.
Want that? Like, we can't. Like, everybody, queer is a spectrum. Like, gay is a spectrum. So people gonna fall somewhere on the spectrum.
Where is the spectrum? Okay, Aaron. Sure. All right. I think that's a good place to take a break. We'll be right back. I've been in the gym so I could do two things.
All right. Well, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up on this one. But yeah, I did like the video nonetheless. So
listen,
hey, I appreciate you. I apologize for calling you an ogre and all that other stuff. You know, you triggered me with the whole little shade you threw. So you get that back. You had it coming. But yeah, I don't.
Masking or not, bitch, you gonna have that little motherfucking feminine flares throwing shade, girl. No shade. It's okay.
Ain't nothing by it. I ain't tripping off you. We all in this together in the community. Yeah. I support you. I hope you continue to support me. And, you know, maybe when I start collabing, we can maybe do a little something. You feel me? So y'all know what it is.
And we know what it is. Thank you so much, Say So TV. Let's go to the full screen, y'all. So, what were y'all thoughts about the live? What did you feel about it? What, you know, it missed the shit that happened. What are your thoughts? You know what I mean? My little technical difficulties. Do you agree with Say So TV? Do you agree with what I said? Did anybody who commented, do you agree with them? Do you have your own perspective? Please make sure you leave it for me to see so that I can continue to learn my damn self, okay? Shout out to everybody who came through. I really appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all go over to Say So TV and subscribe to him if you have not already. Let me get my other song together, girl. Hold on. Where's it at? Should have been had this bitch pulled up. Fuck. Where we at? Yeah, let's play. Y'all give me a second. I can't wait till I get an actual like mixer to where I can like have music already loaded. I can just fade it on in and out and shit. But yes, I appreciate y'all being here. Please make sure y'all hit the like button. It helps this channel to grow in the algorithms. We are at 870 subscribers on the road to 1K. Shout out to y'all for making that possible. We are doing this, okay? And I thank y'all for y'all love and support. If you like the vibe over here on BubzDaGawd, please make sure you hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so that you can stay up to date with all of my content, whether it's edited or live. Be on the lookout for Blame It on the Dress chapter reviews, and make sure you purchase that book as well. Link in the description box below. If there's anything that I've said in this live that resonates with you, whether you want to respond to it, whether you agree, disagree, I give you full free permission to use my content. Just make sure you tag me at BubzDaGawd so that I know that it's real. And if you feel compelled, you can definitely hit me up on that Cash App, $BubzDaGawd. We take everything that jingles and folds and in between, okay? We thank you, because it's going straight to upgrading our shit, okay? We are on the road to 1K, so things are only up and up. So I thank y'all for that. Shout out to King T for T in the building. Shout out to CTV in the building, which I believe we're going to be live on his platform after this. Hopefully I'll be able to stay up, no shade, girl, because I kind of be going to bed a little early, but I'm going to do it for the culture. Shout out to, again, the Black Anarchist Podcast. Make sure y'all support his book and buy his book, Blame It on the Dress. Shout out to EM Case for coming through for the first time, hopefully. If you're still here, we would love to have you back again. Shout out to King Harold in the motherfucking building. Shout out to Queen Amber in the building. I can't wait for her ass to graduate and get some of that homemade bread, bitch, that she talk about she can make. Okay, let me see. I think we had King Deshaun. It won't let me go up that far. My comment section on my OBS only lets me go up to the thing so far. So, again, shout out to, I think, King Deshaun and Queen Stevie. Shout out to those who peeked in. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to those in the bushes. And yeah, make sure y'all go over to CTV's live, because I believe we're going live after this. Also, make sure, and I'm gonna share it in my comment, my community tab. Lord Jesus, help me. I'm so glad this is about to be over with, girl, because this was a rough one, but we got through it. Make sure y'all go over and y'all support Boss Man, the Objectivist, okay? He was live at 9:45. I'm gonna have to catch a replay on my own, you know what I'm saying? But make sure y'all support him as well. And I will be talking to y'all. So until next time, everybody, peace.
I can be anything I choose in this round. We are a sound vibration too deep to tell. Just so you know, I'm the best in the motherfucking world.
Formed against me shall prosper. Oh, it won't work. No weapon formed against me. Give me that ad lib again. No weapon. One more time. No weapon. One more time. No weapon. Who the fuck y'all hoes? Okay, the facts are back. So who the fuck y'all hoes think it was, bitch, or what time of day it was? Okay.
You gotta understand that this is a community-based project. We're not getting any funding from the government. I seen bitches out there talking about, wait till Trump hears about this. Trump can suck my dick.